journey of ours has been bittersweet. Close my eyes, wondering what you would have dreamed if you were here standing next to me. Wish you know how I feel and see what I see. Know that I will always try, funny your rhythm and rhyme. Though the nights are long and dark, I see you shining bright. And no matter where you are, you've come with me this far, showing the way when all is falls apart. When the snow all melts away and the ice finally breaks, have you taken off? Are you already on your way? No matter where you are, I've come with you this far. I'm never really lost. Our paths will surely cross.
Hello. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone is well. We are back. Oh my god, that's at 100% volume. Too much volume. We are back to finish off the Arknights second part of this story.
Arknights.
The Elegies story. Hello, fellow Eblana havers. Oh, imagine actually having an Eblana. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic, but unfortunately it's not there. We can hope. Good luck to everyone else that have done their roles, but yeah, she has eluded us. Unfortunate. What is she? Is she pointing down there? Is this like telling you to grovel or something? I see what they were going for. I see them. They know what they were doing. Oh. Alright. So, what did we learn last time? Essentially, Eblana is keeping a city alive with her purple flames. Neil dog, yeah. Eblana is keeping a city alive with her flames. Many of them are already dead or well on their way to dying. She killed the old Dublin guard, like the old Dublin politicians, I guess. Because she found out they were just greedy and weren't helping her in any way, or helping the city in any way, because they were actually stealing food. And then when she met Laushini, or Reed, she basically said, "Hey Reed, kill me. Let's have a dance before you do that, but at the end of it, I want you to kill me." So that's where we are. That's where we are at. Oh, and we haven't seen the doggo do anything too crazy yet. The doggo just feels like a support character at the moment. Maybe she'll do something crazy eventually. I hope. Oh, we have her leveled up actually. And I think we have her leveled up enough to use her in this next phase. Ooh. Oh, it's a double lane. Okay. Okay, I can already tell this is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. I think we're going to take 3 supporters. Maybe we could take a mage here somewhere. Actually, we don't need that many supporters, to be honest. I think we just need a supporter here. And then these can be mages or ranged. And then we need to do something here. Probably a La Pluma. Alright, let's see. Who are we getting rid of? Is anyone below the level requirement? No, but I think I am going to get rid of Ambriel. And let's bring in the doggo. Where is she? There she is. So wait, what do we got here? Let's get rid of Pramanix. Let's bring in... You know what? Actually, I haven't tried Mostimer's third ability yet. Let's take Mostimer. Okay. Thorns, Delphine. Pepe's fine. Cantable's fine. Who do I want to get rid of here? Actually, Ascalon's probably not great here. And let's bring in Luma. We might actually... we'll see. We might need another tank. I don't think we will, though. I think we're okay. Yeah. Alright, let's go. It's Reed. Oh yeah, Reed was leaving, right? Doesn't she need to go back to Rhodes Island to get the spear? Because she said she left it on Rhodes Island. And Eblana wants her to kill her with that spear. Was that another trick of the shadows? This isn't the right way. Okay. So before I came online, I really quickly ate something kind of spicy, and it's still kind of hitting me in the back of the throat. So we might have a few hiccups here and there. Actually, let me take a drink. It might help us here. Was that another trick of the shadows? This isn't the right way. I'm going in circles. I can't see the sky. How long has it been? How far do I still have to go? Well, I'm in the dark woods at least. The mist and noise Bridget was talking about didn't keep me out. Tricky fae, shadows pointing the wrong way, foul beasts that trip you with branches. That's all more or less the same as when I was bringing Moran and the others back. The trees are too tall and the leaves too thick. They block out the sky, making the life here different from outside. This is the right path. I'm at the heart of the Darkwoods now. The scenery seems different from before. Where did the red and gold of autumn go? Why does it look like this? It's all dead. The black mist. Oh, is it going to teleport her back to the entrance? So the woods are rejecting me after all. Yeah, maybe it was a bad idea. That was maybe a bad idea to eat before stream, I'm not going to lie. Larshini grabs her weapon tightly. If Nemos was right and Dublin never returned after leaving the city, then they were most likely swallowed by the mist. But it shows no sign of aggression. It simply lingers. Does it reject me? No, it's closer to indifference. Disappointment. Why? There is no answer except the rustling of leaves. Larshini shakes her head and cautiously goes around the mist, choosing a path that looks like it has a light at the end. The mist remains indifferent to her passage. The fae that delight in leading travelers astray are nowhere to be seen. You're eating something with raw chopped chili peppers right now? Delicious, man. I tell you, there is no better food than spicy food. It is delicious. Another dead end. No time to waste here. I'm sorry, but I'll have to burn a way through. You're overthinking it. Who's there? Oh, it's this dude. And take a guess. You? How could it be? You're that gentleman from the city. I wanted to ask you something, but you... Indeed. Hardly the most amicable of partings. Since then, I've been following and watching you for a while now. Consider it my way of reflecting on myself. I'll admit you're not quite what I thought, but this is no time for small talk. Do not burn the trees. It should be enough to illuminate them with your fire. See for yourself what they really are. What they really are. The leaves are razor sharp. The brambles... Oh, wait. I thought this was narration, not her speaking. The leaves are razor sharp. The brambles are hard. And the branches have a metallic gleam. What is this? That's not important. What's important is that your fire can't burn through it. Now follow me. Hurry, before the black mist changes its mind. We can talk later, but if that thing is in a bad mood, there won't be anything left to bury when it's done with you. Isn't that a dead end? Why do you put so much faith in what you see? Just listen and move. So it's some weird, like, metallic forest that is faking what it is? Interesting. This is the path I took when we came to Narsasi. So this is where those trails led. If you don't mind me asking, are you and the Forest Fae... Don't be ridiculous. I have nothing to do with them. The woods, though, centuries have passed, but it's hardly changed at all, other than the black mist. Ruins the view, really. We'll be out of the dark woods soon. Now, could you... This is really... What's happening? Look behind you. Wait, people? Is that people running? Reed! Reed, we're here! Oh, it's the people she came with. The refugees appear on the well-lit edge of the woods. What happened in the city? It's like the black mist got angry the moment you entered it, cutting it off from the outside. It's been days since anyone went into the dark woods. A few people were hunting on the outskirts when they heard sounds from within and saw what looked like fire. Whenever something similar happened before, the Wakeman told us not to approach the woods. This time, though, we recognized your fire. We could hardly ignore it. You shouldn't have come. It's dangerous here. Then you shouldn't have either, not on your own. We all learned our lesson about letting you go off alone after waiting for you in the marshes outside Londinium. We trust you, so please, trust us back. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's go back to camp. Sir, would you... Is he even there anymore? Yeah, I was about to say. Who are you talking to? Is there someone else with you? The red dragon turns around, but her uninvited companion has already vanished without a trace, like the dew under the morning sun. Thank you for providing refuge for these people. Nemos entrusted them to us. We simply did our part. On behalf of the Wakemen, I promise that we will not reveal your existence to anyone unaware. And you have seen with your own eyes that your people are safe. Now it is time for you to leave. What do you mean? Is she not welcome here? Neither are your people, Moran. Whenever two red dragons meet, endless conflict awaits. If you insist on involving yourselves in it, then we can no longer offer you sanctuary. How could you? This is how we have always been. The Wakemen neither start nor end conflicts. The disputes of the living are not our concern. We watch over only the souls of the departed. If you are truly the noble and compassionate leader Moran imagined you to be, you will not drag these innocents into your battle, Red Dragon. This isn't a battle between two red dragons. I came to seek your help on behalf of the people of Narsasi. Every battle has its reasons. It's not an excuse. Reed wouldn't do that. Excuse or not, the disputes of the living are none of our concern. A hard-learned lesson whose bitter fruits we continue to taste to this day. Now leave. What if I'm here to ask you to hold a funeral? A funeral? In that case, the Wakemen will welcome you, but for that, and only that. Now tell me the name of the departed, their deeds in life, and present the remains. His name was Kulan. He was a blacksmith. Kulan. How did he die? The purple flames of death took both his life and his will. Not even my flames can help him now. Then why is that not a single denizen of Narsasi has come to us to request a funeral since the city became independent? So it transpires that the first Narsasian to be mourned since the end of the war was not taken by war at all. So I leave the straw in a ring like this. Yes. Then adorn it with these flowers, and the wreath is complete. I remember when the farmers put a wreath on your head, praying for a good harvest next year. Feels like old times. I miss that. Are you not happy here? I rather enjoy it myself, but the others might find it stifling. The life of a wakeman is almost like a self-punishment after all. What's the word for it again? Asceticism. No alcohol, no overeating, no fancy foods. Can't even laugh too loud. They wake up before sunrise and sleep after midnight, and everything in between is some ritual or other. At least they don't expect the same from us, but there's no avoiding them when we have to help out on the farms and stuff. I've practically forgotten how to laugh, huh? Moran's the only one who goes out of her way to talk to him. She's learning something new every day. Might be how they tie certain knots. Might be how to estimate the age of a tree. Compared to the wakemen in the tales, though. Your Highness? Ma'am? I did not expect to find you here working with them. The reader's always been like this. Should we excuse ourselves? No, I simply came to confirm the facts of the departed's life for the purpose of the ritual. Please tell me, what happened to Kulan? I will tell you all that I saw as I saw it. I hope it makes you feel something. Big evil purple dragon bad. It's basically her story. Alright. So do these eventually spread? I don't think they actually do, which is actually kind of handy for us. Actually kind of handy. We're going to wait for this lettuce to get a little closer to get maximum value. There we go. Put Glaucus here. The other difficulty modes haven't unlocked yet for this, right? I don't think they have. Alright, let's get the doggo involved. Let's see what she does. Wait, why did this... Wait, is this an enemy? I think it is, right? Is she gonna start attacking it? Oh. Also, he's very tanky. Uh-oh. Very tanky. He's probably going to kill Cantabile pretty quickly. Yeah, I thought so. Damn, she only got one hit, but it did deal quite a bit of damage. That was kind of sick to see. Sure, let's put you here. Oh, actually, we probably needed a healer there. We definitely needed a healer there. Uh-oh. Don't worry, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Big heals, big heals. Bigger heals. Oh, we're good, we're good. I think. Her healing is very slow. Are these guys are gonna go all the way around, right? Okay, let's do that. Oh my god, there's another two of them! Uh-oh. Is this gonna get stacked up too quickly? Oh, we should be okay. Yeah, let's put Pepe here. Probably needed someone who could heal themselves, but this is okay. They're getting defeated. Alright, Thorns is almost dead. We will replace him with Viviana. Oh, two of them coming up? This could be bad. There we go. Viviana comes out. She can... Oh, she can only block one. That could be bad for us. Oh, yeah, we need someone who can block a little bit more. Does La Pluma block more? She blocks 2. Oh, yeah, this is bad. I think she dies here. Uh-oh. Yeah, she dies here. She has to, right? Let's get La Pluma in. This is a little rough, Nothing's leaked yet, though, which is kind of sick. Yeah, we leave... Actually, we can pull Harmony out now. She should be able to heal herself back up pretty easily here, while also doing mad damage. Oh, that's not good. Everything's on big cooldowns. That sucks. That sucks. Can't even put her somewhere. Damn, we let one leak, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll go back eventually and fix that up. I've already dismissed all the servants in the Citadel. These footsteps, then. Your Highness. Ah, it's you. Did you need something? You aren't going to ask how I returned. No, I won't. You came back, and that's all that matters, my loyal servant. Besides, I have a fairly good idea of what sort of guest you can bring me. Has the curfew started? Just now. Then you could say that my orders have been followed. Failure. Failure? Nasasi is here. I am here. What failure? Escape. The deadline is Samhain. Surely the Black Mist remembers this, even if it's hardly known for being a good listener. Unsurprising. Disappointing. Unacceptable. Am I meant to understand something from these few words? Or perhaps you too prefer the directness of arts and destruction to the imprecision of language? No sooner do the words leave Eblana's lips than gleaming branches thrust forth from the dark mist, reaching for her throat. At the same time, her spear penetrates the thick mist. Purple fire is faintly visible from within. She could burn it away to nothingness with a thought. But the branches never find Eblana's throat, and her purple flames never ignite. Samhain. By the time the sun rises on the day after Samhain, the outcome will be plain for all to see. So, why don't we dispense with these meaningless bluffs? Eblana's spear still impales the mist, but the branches before her throat disappear a moment later, as do the flames at the tip of the spear. The dark mist dissipates. Your Highness, you're still here. Did you need something else? Is this about Dublin? There are only the two of us here. I'll permit you to speak that word again, my most loyal servant. Thank you, but there is no need. Spectres are but spectres. Even if they help found a nation, there is no place for ghosts in the history books. But I worry about my colleagues who stayed behind that day, as I did. Where are they? Could they mean you harm? No need to worry. Even if there were, that is no reason for you to risk staying here. I saw a scene of chaos on my way back. It was bedlam. People were fighting over the tiniest things, sometimes nothing at all, while others seemed to be stuck where they stood like statues. Just like the spectres who fought the Victorians with us. Will they fade into darkness too? This is Narsasi, the Red Dragon's lair, the capital of Tara. Anything that happens here will have repercussions across the nation. No, it won't. You don't sound convinced. Your Highness, At the end of the day, I have just one question. One question I pray you will answer. Very well. I will forgive your imprudence. Takes a deep breath. Your Highness Eblana, that future you promised Dublin, you promised Tara, the future where all Tarans could freely write their own dreams. Was it all a lie? The Brigadier cannot stop himself from trembling. The fear that had lurked in his heart for days overcomes him. It is not because he fears his own end. He is not afraid of being swallowed by the dark mist like his colleagues, or of invoking the Red Dragon's wrath. He fears that he will hear an answer he dare not consider. It was true, every word of it. Your Highness, I have answered your question, Brigadier. The Red Dragon's voice seems ethereal, feeble even, but it leaves no room for questioning. It is the voice that has led the man to victory countless times, and so he slowly straightens his back. Then I trust you. Perhaps. Or perhaps you simply have no other choice. Often have you chosen a path that seemed baffling, impossible even. But it always ends up leading us closer to our dream. Of that, I have no doubt. Such a deep trust is indeed worthy of my gratitude. However, I do not require you to maintain order within Narsasi. If you manage to return from the dark woods, then you should return there now. Until Samhain has passed. Until Samhain has passed. Or... I stepped into the dark woods one morn, calling to the mists of Hor. Your Highness? Do you hear the song coming from beyond the woods? Hardly a day has passed since you left. Fine work, Laushini. Is Laushini singing? I'm confused. There's no EX stages yet, but co-op will be up soon. Co-op? Ooh, I don't think I did the last co-op, so I am kind of intrigued to see what that's like. Is that what's been happening in the city? Reed, your sister. What is she planning? I don't know. Someone once told me that her plans would only ever be beneficial to Tara. Now, though, I can't trust her, nor the one who made that promise. Are you still going to help her, Wake Woman? She came for a funeral, and we will only accept her for that. I have learned of the deeds of the departed. Bring the knots and wreaths and come outside. The funeral is about to begin. The people set aside their differences and stand up in silence. Oh, this is what the Wake Women live in? Like these little huts? Okay. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, calling to the mists of Hor. I trod upon the road heading out to war. No pipes are singing, nor battle drums are roar. Only the bells behind me, through dew and fog, their rings do soar. The Wakemen sing softly, each attending to their own duty. Oh, so she can hear the Wakemen singing. Ah. Some adorn the coffin with knots and wreaths. Some lay firewood and kindling around it. Some distribute candles to the attending refugees as they continue to sing. Tiny lights begin to sway throughout the camp. Arshini has a candle too, which she carefully lifts in front of her chest. Excuse me. Go ahead. I didn't know the departed. I don't really have much to say, but where I grew up, people talked freely at funerals. Certainly. This is how Terrans honor the departed. Life should be celebrated, even after its end. The joy of the living is consolation to the dead. You are free to talk amongst each other. I also made some snacks. Please, feel free to share them. We will also provide refreshments later. However, we must request that you exercise restraint, considering that Mr. Kulan died before his time and under unfortunate circumstances. We must also ask you to follow our instructions during the fire returning ceremony. Understood. Is this how your folks hold funerals, Moran? We didn't have all these rites and ceremonies. All we did was keep watch through the night. I had no clue that what this fire returning thing is either. Guess we just follow their instructions. Have you ever been part of a ceremony like this, Reed? Shakes head. I see. You mean Lao Shini has found the Wakeman. The hero's funeral has begun. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, cooling to the mists of Hor. I trod upon the road heading out to war. Do you know this song? You already know the answer. I lead the young into battle with it more than a few times. Oh, this guy survived? Who is it? Who's singing? Why is it that I still hear that song here at the side of the old capital, even after escaping the dark woods? Or am I still stuck in the woods? No. No, the sound is coming from the furnace at the center of the ruins. Such a beautiful tune. No pipes are singing, nor battle drums a roar. Only the bells behind me. Through dew and fog their rings do soar. I should go back. Now I see what I truly want. Besides, do I really deserve to escape Narsasi? Is this song like tripping them out of their mind or something? Data sync? Oh yeah, it's coming. Here, Emma, today's bread. Thanks for sharing your food in times like these. You shared with me before. I'm just returning the favor. But why do you keep staring at the bread in my hand like that? Control yourself. Control yourself. She's Emma, the one who shared bread with you. You must help her. You must. I'm fine, Emma. I just meant to say, you've been bedridden for so long. There'll be tough times ahead. No pipes are singing, nor battle drums are roar. Why are you singing that? Someone's singing in the distance. Yeah, this song seems to have some power over them, I think. Friends of the departed, please present your eulogy before the fire returning ceremony begins. Read. I have a eulogy here, written by Nemos. May I read it? Of course, go ahead. Dear Kulan, a letter. Kulan, perhaps it won't be long before I join you. Coolin, perhaps it won't be long before I join you. Before I become a slave of the purple flame. Before I turn to ash. Perhaps there won't be anyone to free me from an afterlife of eternal torment. But I've never forgotten what you said to me. You said you wanted to be a hero. You asked me to let you become one. You said Narsasi needed a hero for the post-war days, one who belonged only to us, neither Dublin nor soldier. You said that nearly everyone in the city had lost something important in the war, be it a partner, a child, or a future. Without a hero and exemplar to understand them and fight for their rights, one who would also set them right should they go astray. Without that, they wouldn't have anything to hold on to when the war ends, when they have no one left to hate. I agreed and assented to your request. You took Theo in and helped the people who had lost their livelihoods. You thought everything was on the right path, and so you proposed the statue. You became fully immersed and took on a great burden. By the time you realized, it was too late. Now it is my turn to carry this burden, one too heavy for any single person to bear. Who wrote this letter again? I forgot who she said wrote it. Farewell, Kulan. Slan Leap. Or should I say, Slan Gofoil. May we meet again in the warm flames. As she finishes, a flame is thrown into the kindling surrounding the coffin, igniting the firewood. The crowd gathers around the bonfire, following the instructions of the wakeman. Witness that the departed has found peace in flames. He shall no longer wander the mortal realm. Place your candle as close to the fire as possible, or throw it in directly. Return the fire to the departed. If you have anything to say to the departed, say it aloud to the flame, be it praise or reproach. They are the memories that will console the departed at journey's end. Once you have returned to the fire, please remain to keep watch over his soul until the fire has gone out. Let us begin. Slanleet, may you find rest, stranger, deceiver, and hero. Moran bends down and places her candle by the fire. The licking flames swallow it in an instant, almost burning her hand. Do you want to come closer to the fire, Reed? If there's anyone here who doesn't deserve to pay respects to Kulan, it should be me. You couldn't have saved him. Moran? There was no place for him in the Red Dragon's lair from the moment he made the choice to truly become a hero. You should return the fire to him. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Let the dead rest with our memories as life goes on. Return the fire. Let the dead rest with our memories as life goes on. While Lao Shini is lost in thought, the others continue to return the fire and then sit down some distance from the bonfire, until she is the only one left with a candle in her hand. She walks forward in silence and tosses the candle into the blazing bonfire. The dead are gone. All their ambition, obsession, realization, and desperation turn to fading smoke and silent ash in the flames. Ripperino, Kulan. Ripperino. Alright, here comes the restart. Alright, let's actually go out to the main menu to get it to restart. There we go. Perfect. Now we don't get debated by it when we select our team for the next bit. Reed, just press F and pay respects. Sheesh. I know, right? Just throw the candle in. You should have thrown it quicker. Now the fire's gonna last even longer. Alright, the lost. Will this path truly lead me to him? Okay. Oh, they can move through the thicket, can't they? Okay. Okay. So we want to get rid of... I'm going to keep Bridget around just because I want to use her a little bit more. Let's get a better healer going. Cantabile is about to get pushed out of the leveling range. Let's get a different tank. Let's get... you know what? Let's bring Horn. Why not? It might take a little while to get her out, but that's okay. Let's get rid of Glaucus too. Glaucus. And I kind of want to do a free here because she's got long line of sights. La Plume are not as useful here. I think I actually want a melee character, to be honest. Yeah, let's take Irene. Yeah, that looks good. I believe. Where Viviana module? Nowhere. It's disappeared. It's gone. Your base? Yeah, I need to go and collect all that stuff. I'll do it eventually. And refresh them. I don't think I refreshed them Tuesday. So yeah, the factories have been doing nothing for me for a couple of days. So you won't go to the city? Even to perform a fire returning ceremony? What you've described is highly unusual. We cannot simply take your word that the residents are no longer among the living. Besides, the fire returning ceremony is just that, a ceremony. Do not expect it to be anything more than that. Very well then. You may return, Wake Woman. Thank you for your help. You intend to go back to Narsasi, even without us. Moran and the others have settled in well, and I've done what Nemos entrusted me to do, so my work here is done. Take care, Your Highness. I will. The Red Dragon sets out in the direction from whence she came. Everything that happened yesterday seems but a distant shadow now, but also a tiny spark of flame. Return the fire. Have you made up your mind to go to your death? The stranger. Good timing, sir. May we talk, if you will help me? Did your Red Dragon history lessons ever teach you about a poor wretch by the name of Labrithach? Excuse me? I'll take that as a no. After returning to the palace for the first time in years, he never even had the chance to see his brother before the guards took him away and plunged a sword through his chest. I know the story. Then why are you so eager to follow in his footsteps and have history remember you as a fool? Leave. You've seen your sister and you're still alive. In that you've already achieved more than he ever did. The story of Labrithach and Ailil is not the story of me and Eblana. Fine. Let's say I was willing to hear you out. What do you want to talk about? The city's fire returning ceremony. I just wanted to find someone to help me with the preparations. But you seem to know a lot about the history and tales of Tara. So I was thinking you might be able to help. History? Tales? We can talk on the way. Come. But that's not the way to the Dark Woods. Just follow me. It worked out for you in the woods, didn't it? The ruins of the palace. I've been here before. It's dangerous. The originium-rich environment is. You said you wanted history and tales. What better place in Tara than this ancient Tengai expletive place? Oh. The what place? Never mind. I appreciate your help in the woods, but I have important business to attend to. I don't have time to. And what's this important business? Dying for nothing. Sure, you're different from your sister. That dragon's flame may be cursed, but her personality is as typical as they come. Arrogant, leaving no room for any other voice. You may be better, but I'm different from my sister. But she's not who you say she is. But however different you may be, conflict is in the nature of the Red Dragons, even if you were merely dragged into it. And there is only ever one outcome. Only one may emerge alive. One of you will die sooner or later. So what's the hurry? Have patience, young dragon. We're almost there. We come here for this altar. Altar? You mean that thing in the middle? Isn't that the furnace? The furnace which fused together the weapons of every Terran soldier and overturned the fate of the dynasty. The furnace from which fallen soldiers were reborn. That's what you call it today, isn't it? Far more important than just another altar, to be sure. But an altar is an altar, even if it's a little bigger than the others. It was based on the ceremonial stone circle used to coronate the King Gale, and the palace was built around it. Whenever an old red dragon died, this is where the fire was returned to them. The fire returned. What you saw back at those Woodbrains camps. Gotta give them credit, they managed to remember all that, even centuries later. Fire returning wasn't just about a bonfire back in the day, though. By the time of the old hag Maegcreed, it was enough for their siblings of the heir to the title of King Gale to put their hands into the fire and get a few blisters. Go back even further, though, and those siblings would have been burned alive together, or so they say. There's no hard evidence. JP is playing co-op right now. It'll probably be up in 6 hours. If JP's playing it, maybe, depending on the time zone on servers I'm in, maybe it's live for me. Now you've gone even paler. Actually, global works on its own thing, doesn't it? So no. Yeah, global will be in its own server. I don't know why I thought it was a separate server. It's just global. He flicks his hand and a speck of purple fire flies forth from his sleeve, joining the same purple fire in the altar. The flames breathe quietly, like an infant in its mother's embrace. Your flame is purple too. No, wait, you're a Draco. Could you be... Awfully slow, aren't you? Well, it's too late to run. Put your hand in. What? You want Nasasi to return its fire, didn't you? Put your hand in. The red dragon falls silent, then stretches out her hand to touch the flame in the furnace. As expected, it is not warm, but to her surprise it does not feel cold either. Now, I brought you here to see something. The tragedy of Tara, the ill repute of the red dragons. It is simply the cruel cycle of fate repeating itself again and again. Like your sister, I was an aberration that breathed the flames of death. It is not my intention to disrespect the dead, nor could I even if I wanted to. But I wanted to show you the fate of those who die upon this land. Is this where we should begin? Understandable. Of all recent events, it is the most significant. Your sister was right. Those who have touched the flames of death are beyond help. Yet the fire should not have spread so readily. What hatred did it take for the Dracos to once again sire an ill-omened aberration, the first in 600 years? So wait, the Dracos can control whether they're gonna have purple flame? I thought it was just like a random occurrence, but he's saying it like they can decide it. Ah, and him. If you ask me, he slept in far too late. Could hardly drag himself out of bed by sunset. Of course he became the sacrifice. Even you should not speak of the dead so lightly. Do not justify it as a sacrifice. You can only say that because you've seen too little. Those feelings will pass soon enough, once you're used to it. See? Here comes another sacrifice. The Victorians who killed you have been chased out. The last Victorian bastard died before my eyes. In a sense, your sister's dream did become reality. The Tyrants have risen and the Victorians have fallen. Simple, direct, satisfying. Were you one of the bystanders too? Don't get caught up on that, child. You know what I am. This I don't recognize. Explain. It was a war. There are always wars, be specific. Who did she incinerate and what land did she set her sights on? Victoria. Eblana wanted to take Tara back from the Aslans. This was the conclusion of that war. The Aslans? Those conceited bastards. But is she not facing a Sarkas? Never mind. The Lions were the ones who stole Victoria. That's all I need to know. I don't even get how that happened. I don't even get... the Dracos seem way more powerful than the Aslans, but... I don't need you to tell me what this is. Just as I can tell the expression beneath the mask. The satisfaction and joy that only appear on a red dragon's visage is the face of certain death. No, that wasn't joy. It was the opposite. The opposite. Maybe you were simply gravely injured and started hallucinating on the brink of death. But as I said, this is simply repeating the past. Cities may ride on wheels now, and the master of the realm has changed hands. But what's inside never changes. The unicorn? Yeah, the unicorn gave him the first Aslan king, gave him the throne, but... How did the Dracos not, like, go to war over that? I feel like that's something they would have gone to war over. What is this? Your home. Where did you learn to point your blades at each other? Who's this man? The Earl of Warwick, our foster father. Eblana said he helped Terrans see hope. A hope they could see but never reach. That all he ever did was drive thirsty travelers mad with mirages. In his hand he held a delicate thread. On one end were the Terrans who had rediscovered their name. On the other lay the oppressors who had trodden upon them for so long. That thread was my sister and I. Looking back, perhaps he was the first to be afflicted by the purple flame. The assassination of Chen's dad? Wait, but Chen's dad was ruling, the other place. Chen's dad wasn't ruling over Victoria. He was... Was it? It wasn't Yan, was it? Was it Yan? No, the city was called something else. Although I guess technically he was the king of that whole area. So yeah, the king of Yan. Huh? Not only do you sympathize with your sister, but you also know her well. No wonder you're so loath to kill her. But I have no intention of becoming like her, nor will I simply allow myself to be killed. These events, this history you had me recall, what are you trying to tell me? That the history of Tara is nothing but the continuous accumulation and recombination of ruins of the past. What you have seen, I have too. Nothing new can be found within. What I see are not ruins, but the source of the flames. The flames in Narsasi are indeed my sister's fire, but they are also the great sorrow behind the bloodshed, left with nowhere to go. It was the war. No, the pain, the oppression, the things taken from them, which began long before the war. That's what lit the fire in their hearts. My sister shaped their sorrow into hatred, which scorched the fields of Tara and drove out the Victorians. However, without vengeance to cloak the sorrow, that same fire has come back to burn them, burning away everything they have, until they are nothing but the walking dead. A fine summary, child. But do you really think that returning the fire would solve all the city's problems? It's the only path before me. True. But how do you tread it? Come. We've seen your story. Now see mine. Well, I guess it's closer to say Tallulah's dad than Chen's. Oh. Okay. Ancient Tenge. Don't cry now. It's just a cloud beast. But I raised Greyclaw from when she was a baby. They say your fire is different, Deity. You do not heal the living, but instead bring the dead back to life. They don't come back. It's just an empty shell. Even if it's just an empty shell, please, Deity. I just want to hear Greyclaw's voice again. Also, the leader of Lungmen is Chen's uncle, not her dad. Yes, I'm aware of that. Because he adopts them both, right? He adopts both Chen and Tallulah. And then the Black Snake takes Tallulah away, and Chen goes off, tries to get Tallulah back. I wonder if they'll ever let Tallulah take a kingdom. I feel like they won't. I feel like her journey does not lead her to a kingdom. And so the impulsive Red Dragon let his daughter's plea get the better of his judgment. After a few months, strange things began to happen. Not just to the cloud beast, but to all the beasts of the pasture. Burden beasts no longer ate grass. Sister beasts no longer gave milk. The old refused to die. The young refused to live. And bare skeletons, devoid of flesh, began to roam the pastures. As the purple fire spread through the herds, the Red Dragon was forced to leave the pasture with his people. He made the same mistake many times throughout his brief existence. The purple fire spread throughout the herds. What about it? Your own dear sister dared to burn people with that same fire. Now that's crazy. How was the fire extinguished? You'll find out soon enough. It's going to be extinguished with him dying. And that's going to be his lesson to read. This is the Citadel in Narsasi. That same corridor. No, but your mistake is understandable. We simply took a large step back in time. This is how the palace you currently stand in looked 600 years ago. It's incredible how stonemasons centuries hence managed to perfectly recreate it in this Narsasi of yours. So what happened here? Here? Huh. Labrathach the fool had made too many mistakes, the likes of which you have already seen. He grew weak and felt his end coming. On the eve of Samhain, he came to see the brother he had not seen for 20 years, bearing the finest gifts his nomadic life would allow. He even convinced the druids of the city who oversaw the festival ceremonies to take him to his brother. Touched by his familial love, they led him into the city, but he failed to realize when his guide's silhouette, voice, and demeanor changed. Not until it was too late. He was taken to this very corridor and he was murked. Ripperinos. What a mistake. Mistake! I doubt that Alil, who gave the order to assassinate his brother, was on that balcony on the other side of the door. For my eyes were wide open until the very end, but I never saw his fire through the gaps. Where did it all go wrong? Was he angry that the priest continued to treat me as royalty? Did he consider me leaving without a word 20 years earlier betrayal? Or was it someone else who wanted me dead, and he simply had no choice? I'll never know. Within this brief, swift act of violence, there was only one thing that I had long known, that I had never doubted. A red dragon never forgives. The hatred of the dragons is even longer than the history of Tara. Rip, dude. Thought he was coming home. But there is more I want to tell you. After I died, Alil ordered my coffin dragged through the city, for all to see the end that befell me. And so purple fire raged through every pasture I had stayed at with my clan. Life, it turned its back on all who touched it. Only death remained. 7 days later, the priest returned my fire to me at the clearing outside the dark woods. And only when the fire they returned to me was extinguished did the purple flames in the pastures begin to subside. It was only then that the last vestige of my consciousness that remained in the flames after death faded into darkness. All living things that touched the flames, people or beasts, were turned to ash. Your sister spoke true. The flames will continue to spread as long as she lives. But she is a typical red dragon. She is not so noble as to give up her life to save those who have yet to survive. If she is inviting you back, then it is certainly a trap. Run. Call for help. Yell. Find someone who is her equal to extinguish the endlessly spreading flames. That is the only way. But what if she has already decided that I am the only one worthy to dance with her? What if I can't abandon the lives in the city to their fates, as long as there is any chance of saving them? So you'll return the fire to someone who's still alive? Yes. And what if that doesn't work? Regardless, I'm going back, no matter what. Silence, and then Lao Shini hears a sigh. I suppose stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary. The Lost! Okay, so yeah, there are 100... Ooh, what is this guy? Ash creation. Cannot be blocked. Simultaneously attacks 2 targets. True form is revealed when inside your unit's attack range. Oh. Okay. Got it. Alright, maybe we will actually get... Okay, this is actually kind of sick. Horn usually takes 50 million years to get out, but that Cantabile actually made that easy. And she's dealing with this amazingly. This would have actually started to get out of hand if I didn't have anything to drop there. No, I'm gonna call you back. Oh, you're a bunny? Actually, maybe we do want to put something here. Does it attack? The bunny doesn't attack. Okay. So yeah, you definitely want to get vision on this guy. Where's my... Oh, there's my healer. Bunny! Bunny! This guy's just gonna keep... Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, sure. Oh, he's gonna turn though here. Sure, I'll deal with him. Actually, the bunny's probably gonna go down the stairs, to be honest. Alright, she can come back. And then we put a freak here, and this guy won't be able to do anything about it. Look at this! That's actually incredibly OP. We do have a spot here that's a little spicy. Yeah, he does do a lot of damage there. We might actually lose a freak here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Oh, she has like a back. Oh, her range is huge. Ooh. That's actually kind of cool. I guess it doesn't really matter. Owie! Get in my vision already. Oh yeah, these bunnies do not stand a chance, man. Okay, well that's unfortunate. We could put Viviana there, I guess, just to get vision. So this he's going to be able to hit her again, isn't he? Yeah, damn. Actually, putting her back here was the better decision. I guess. Nah, that's too short a range. Does he hit Pepe? Yeah, okay. Pepe's got heals though, she's fine. Also, why is Mostima so expensive? 34 to get her out? Jesus. Dude, her attack feels like it is chunking. Ching, 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 ching. Get her alongside something that's giving the enemy frailty or fragility, and then put someone there that shreds armor, and she probably goes insane. This is far enough. We're already at the Wakeman camp. Your sister roused me from my slumber. You could always return me to it with your own flames if you want. Read. A golden-haired Perro leaps off the back of the burden beast and rushes towards the red dragon. The burden beast is dragging an improvised cart with numerous long wooden boxes stacked upon it. Bridget? What are you doing here? Are those coffins? Yeah, coffins. Nema said to bring him to the Wakeman. Are they still in the ruins? Say, is there someone with you? I can smell that same burning stink, and I could swear I heard you talking just now. No, I'm alone. These are dead folks. The type who'd pull their own arms out of their sockets to bite at their imaginary enemies if you grabbed their hand. Along with the poor wretches they tore to pieces. And Theo? Nemes found him in the end. It's almost like this was the natural order of things. The bonfires will be burning brightest when night falls in Samhain. The red dragon looks towards Narsasi and sees a faint shadow in the distance, painting the silhouette of purple flames. Who'll be out of coffins if this keeps up? I hope Bridget made it out of the city, and that the mist of the woods is thin enough for her to follow the trail. Blast it. Clan left a few unused weapons in his house. I can't let anyone see them. And this fuel, explosives? Her Highness Loshini might find a use for them. Now, what's the point when every servant in the Citadel has already been afflicted by the purple flames? Besides, the greedy red dragon has already sent them away. Almost as if she's preparing for a showdown with Her Highness. Or setting a trap? Who's there? Rory, what are you doing here? You're Nemos. Yes, I'm going through Kulan's effects. If this isn't urgent, could I ask you to... Traitor. Have you gone mad? Oh, silly me. Of course you have. We all have. Traitor. Why does he think she's a traitor? What does she do? She's just hanging out with the Wakeman, right? I still can't bring myself to kill them, even if they might as well be dead already. Huh. I'd better drag this fellow back home. Could do without the unwanted attention. Phew. Nemos? Don't mind me, I'll be on my way. What's that in your hand? Oh, nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me. That necklace. It was a gift from Niels to Emma. I gave her bread. That's way more valuable than jewelry in times like these. She gave it to me. Did she now? A necklace she never takes off? It's none of your business. Oh my god, he ended up murking her, didn't he? Oh, no, she's alive. Nemos? You stayed behind. I thought all the Dubliners left the city. Don't tell me you're one of those living statues now, who refuse to move or talk. I might be soon. Why did you bring them up? Samhain begins tonight, so I went through the house of the missing people and found plenty of good stuff for the party tonight. Samhain? Party? About Kulan, well, he was already on his last legs by then, and I didn't really... Let's not talk about that. Look at all this stuff. It'll be a night to remember. The woman shows Nemes her bag, revealing a bottle of curded sister milk, a few long since sprouted potatoes, and several bare bones. Just wait for me, Nemos, Kulan. We'll have a fantastic Samhain. Only when the woman has already disappeared around the corner does Nemos remember who she is. A villager who once lived on the outskirts of Narsarsi. 2 years ago, the Victorians took her father away while investigating Dublin. The autumn harvest had just ended and she had been preparing to celebrate the harvest festival. Well, Loshini hears about the situation in the city exceeds her wildest imagination. I must go back. Now. Oh, wait for me. I'll come with once I've delivered these folks to the Wakeman. Are you sure about this, Bridget? It's dangerous in the city. If I fall, there may be no survivors. True, but I still gotta go. Why? Because it wasn't like this before. The city folk never had much to spare, but they always had a cup of water for me when I delivered their letters. They didn't see me as one of their own, but didn't walk away with a sneer when I told them nomad legends either. They listened. And they definitely didn't bite, claw, and punch at people like they do these days. Like the Walking Dead straight from a story. Who will the nomads deliver letters for if the city dies for real? Moran. The second shipment of bodies has arrived from Narsasi. I must make the preparations. At this rate, it won't be long until the third, fourth, or more. Are we really going to ignore it? As I've told you many times, the Wakemen do not take sides. It is not our decision to make. Are the Narsasians not Terrans too? Why are we standing on the side watching when the Terran capital is marching towards destruction? I know you came back with the Red Dragon. You fear she will meet the same fate as Labrithach. But we were the ones to send Labrithach to his doom. You. We are descended from the priest that once officiated the ceremonies of Tara's royal palace. Our ancestors, moved by Labrithach's plea, welcomed him back into the palace when Ailila's stance was ambivalent. The flames of death that spread through the plains of Tara were only extinguished 7 days after his death, when our ancestors finally returned his fire to him. They then left the palace of their own accord, going into self-exile on Labrithach's former pastures, so as to never forget the lesson. And thus, the Wakemen were born. I'm sorry, but Reed isn't a Labrithach, and history is not a cycle that repeats itself endlessly. If it were, Reed would have already died in that citadel. Even her tyrant of a sister was the one to free Tara from Victorian rule. Fates are often alike, but always differ where it matters most. What a wonderful tagline for the cover of the book. Surely this one is destined for the bestseller charts. Assuming, of course, that you are ever able to finish the story. I've never intended to make profit off of it. Oh, you will. If not in money, then in fame. The basis of the story, where it happened. There are more than enough reasons this isn't my story to tell. Besides, what happens next? That's what I wanted to ask. Did Lao Shini go back? From this point on, what I've seen, what I believe, and what I've said all contradict one another, which is why I've lost sight of the ending. Feel free to take up the challenge if you're up to it. Give this dance between the dragon and her reflection whatever ending you please. Oh, is it all the same if I tell it myself? Of course, ma'am. As you will it. The rider raises his mug, which is almost empty now, and toasts the woman before him. Once again he swallows the bitter brew, half expecting the sweet aftertaste that he knows will never come. Did I spook you? You got so polite all of a sudden. It makes me feel impertinent for even pressing the question. No, but I must make it abundantly clear that everything we have discussed until now is no more than idle chatter. You understand, don't you? The woman sits straight and does not say a word. The rider can only attempt to guess whether she is still smiling through the shadows. Well, what are you waiting for? I've nearly finished my drink. I've fallen into the same conundrum as you. If this is as far as both your references and your imagination go, how could I possibly put the Red Dragon's ultimate fate to paper? I've already said all I'm able to. I refuse to give this story an entirely fictional end, one that not even I could believe in, even if the alternative is that there is no ending. If you don't have an answer either, then no need to waste your time here. Leave while it's still early. Is this because you don't remember, do not understand, or is it because you wish you never knew, never understood? What? What are you getting at? You've never lost sight of the ending. It would be more appropriate to say that your eyes have become clouded by too many creative liberties. Shall I recount them for you? Treasures leading people into the darkness. Coolin dragging the statue to the square by himself. And virtually everything related to the dark mist in the woods, from the rejection of Bridget, to the food carts returning to the city on their own, to Laushini becoming lost in the woods, to the Brigadier and Eblana's meeting in the city. If these creative liberties have created the contradictions in your mind, then it is my responsibility to set them on a path towards the ending. Shall I supplement the story with my own observations? I'll take that as a yes. Perhaps they will lead you to a conclusion you can be satisfied with.
いつかはあなたのように向かう先をはっきりわかるようになりたいわ。
Imagine, I don't think it can be one of the dragons. If they reveal the person this storyteller's talking to is one of the dragons, I call bullshit. There ain't no way. Death of a romance. This is just a story, not a map of our future. There's no need to cry, Laushini. Where did you leave off? Ah, yes. On the eve of Samhain, while the sun still hung in the sky. Samhain nights bind life with death. There is no mere superstition. Or perhaps you could say it has long transcended superstition. Taran legends speak of countless great deeds and tragedies occurring on this very night, and such tales often put the date front and center. So long as innumerable legends coincide on that day, and so long as the Tarans still remember, if only vaguely, to celebrate the harvest and light up fires on that day, it will never be a simple change of season. It itself is the perfect footnote to add to any myth. Oh, and another thing. I don't suppose you'd mind if I gave the characters more fitting names, yes? The sun is leaning westward. Have we yet to figure out how to go about this final confrontation? Whose names is she gonna change? Laushini, why are you hiding in your room at dinner time again? Is Dad angry? No, but he will be soon. I'll be down soon. What's that on your desk? Nothing. The young red dragon tries to block her sister's line of sight with her body, but her effort is in vain. A small paper box sits on her desk, carefully lined with cotton. Inside lies a tiny foul beast, already dead but still harboring a faint, lingering warmth. It seems to have broken its leg while alive. An unsuccessful splint fashioned from stiff paper now lies in pieces around it, accompanied by a few grains of wheat. This is the foul beast that sang at my window every morning. I don't know what happened to it, but I wanted to save it and... I beg of you, sister, tell Dad I'm only feeling ill. I'll be on time for dinner tomorrow. I'll bury it in the courtyard tonight. So you're giving up? It's already dead. Is that so? Oh no, she's going to use purple flames. No, don't do it. Purple flames slip past the foul beast's feathers into its already cold body. The two watch as it slowly stands up, its broken leg stiffly propping itself up on the cotton. All right. Would you like it to fly? Or to sing a song for you? No, this isn't right. Not like this. Then why didn't you use your own flames on it while it was still alive? Your foul beast could have lived a much longer life. You do realize you aren't limited to how the mediocre masses do things, don't you? But Mum told me to swallow my flames, hide them away, and never let them be seen. And who would see them in your room? The young dragon looks away to avoid her sister's eyes, but finds her gaze landing on the foul beast standing on its cotton bed instead. Purple fire burns in its eyes, and even the way it tilts its head is the spitting image of her sister. Or do we perhaps still harbor unrealistic fantasies for how this could end? Oh god, it's old school read. Sister, you're covered in blood. Were you injured? Most of it isn't mine. The Duke's spy bled profusely. I'll replace your bandages. Where is the Earl of Warwick? He has work to do. Yeah, so he says. And as always, you take him at his word. He even allowed the spy to discuss poetry with you while he works. I thought I'd been keeping mum about our origins, as well as anything related to the Earl's vision. Everyone in this manor knows you never say a word more than necessary. That has never been something the Earl would bother to check. That's right. Had we let the spy escape, the Earl would still inevitably find a way to silence him in the dark, and we'd simply find ourselves bound by yet another chain called caution. I'm sorry, There's no need for you to apologize. Apologies have never changed a thing. Once packed with guests, the long empty parlor's acoustics now amplify the sound of the bandages being ripped apart, making the atmosphere even heavier. Those poems by that Seamus Williams you've been so into. If you can remember them, why not recite a line or two for me? The noble red dragon racks her brains for a verse that would not rouse her sister's rage. Perhaps something related to Tara, brave warriors, or even the ancient legends. But all she can recall are verses that stand aloof from worldly affairs. The land is but a strange romance, the cause of its end lost to chance ill. I am but a wandering bard, well versed in lore from songs in the woods. She sneaks a peek at her sister's face and sees no change, so she plucks up her courage and continues to recite more lines. Only when she finishes both the entire poem and the new bandage with a delicate knot does she realize that her sister has already fallen asleep, encircled by meter and rhyme. Wait, meta? Oh, is that? Or perhaps... Sister? Ah, Larshini. You've kept me waiting. What of your new friends? The wayward wake woman? Or perhaps that lively nomad? With your presence, any obstacles preventing you from bringing them along should have easily been reduced to naught. They're in the city, but this is a moment to be shared by us alone. Indeed, it's cold out here on the balcony, so let us continue this in the corridor. A replica of where Labrithatch died, in Narsasi. Why must you cling onto our inglorious history and repeat it? I see you've gained a deeper understanding of the world of Tara. But if history does not repeat itself, then how can we speak of breaking the cycle? It can be very difficult to tell us apart by appearance. But the moment either of us speaks, it becomes as clear as night and day. Eblana only ever steers the conversation toward her own interests, while Larshini is ever the polite one. Should get to the bottom of this and find an ending. Don't interrupt me, sir. I'm talking about the characters in the story. Oh, so it's Eblana. It's 100% Eblana talking to him. It must be. I don't think I don't think Loshini would talk about herself in that way. I'm sorry, Eblana. No, I'm quite glad. You finally accepted my invitation. To dance. Yes, to dance. I'll dance with you to the end together. However, please tell me first, last time we met, you said you couldn't afford to wait any longer. What exactly is going on? With that same smile of hers, the older sister stands at the end of the corridor, while the younger clutches her hands together and hides in the shadow of a wall lamp, hoping the other party won't notice her heart wavering. Poor thing. She could have concluded this farewell so much sooner. You've become frail. The flames of death must have their limits. Spreading them so far would certainly drag you down as fire after fire blooms, just like Labrithach back then. Am I right? I see. While that ghost's fire might resemble mine, his temperament is closer to yours. It seems he's helped you quite a lot. At first, he only wanted to watch all of Tara burn. He was simply trying to keep it together. Just like you. The noble red dragon finally steps out of the shadows, walking forward to support her sister who seems on the verge of being unable to stand, just like before. Is that so? At last you resemble your younger self, when you knew nothing of flames or fate, the you who tried to shield me. It has been a truly long time, Loshini. I remember. It was when Miss Murphy next door passed away. You didn't like her, but fancied the beautiful bouquet of flowers in her coffin. So you used your flames to change her body's position. I saw scorch marks on the flowers and thought you'd be scolded, so I told our parents I was the one who did it. I even fabricated a story of how I opened and closed the coffin. And so you were scolded instead. How could poor Mum and Dad, who couldn't even hide the flames in that family in time, possibly have noticed the faint scorch marks on some flowers? Indeed. Is that why you've always been cowering? Would you blame every decision you've made in life on one unfortunate childhood experience? Huh. So tell me, sister. Tell me there's still time. I'll accompany you out of the citadel and into the square. Have the people return their flames to you. I'll walk through Tara's fields with you and gather the dead you've intentionally or unintentionally awoken with your arts, sending them all to a peaceful rest. I'll recite poems to you while you're weak, until you fall asleep and wake up again. There's still time for all of that, yes? I trust you to keep your word. Your noble nature would be appalled at the very thought of breaking a promise. But what you just described, would that truly make you happy? Or would that simply be enough to appease the Loshini Dublin, who did not even witness her parents' death that snowy night? Those beautiful fictions. Sister, love, poetry, dreams. Those are all well and good, but it is time for you to wake up. Kill me. If you truly wish to end this chaos, that is the only way. Then put on the crown, and you shall become me, while I become you. That is the one thing I cannot do. You'll have time to mull it over once I'm dead. Didn't you decide not to hesitate anymore, Loshini? There's been no other choice for us from the moment you came back to see me. The older sister's mouth curls up in an intriguing arc. Come. Dance with me. Is this the dance you've been looking forward to all this time? Why can't it be? The younger sister closes her eyes as she points her spear at her older sister, whose body is about to topple over. She grips her weapon with both hands. The sharp spear tip pierces the red dragon's body, but she stands unmoved, as if nothing happened at all, until her younger sister's hand circles her waist, and her body slowly crumples, just like the end of a dance. Yes, I know. I should have known long ago. But why? Why must it be now? Then when? Don't tell me you'd prefer to stab my heart on a fine afternoon, after meticulously dissecting every nuance of right and wrong with me. You return to me, and we dance this dance together. That's enough. I only thought, if my sorrow and hatred were thrown into a suitable flame, that'd eventually become the fuel for life to go on. Sorrow and hatred. So you admit it, Loshini. Your noble virtues have only hurt you in the end. Where is your fire, sister? I can't put out your flames just like that. Huh, you mean the people in the city? You will die, but not now. Your flames will be extinguished at your funeral, at your fire-returning ceremony. But still you ought to be dispelling death with scorching flames, rather than holding the hand of the dead and confessing your own inner turmoil, your own regrets. Otherwise, you will only ever be as you are now, letting go of your chance to save everything, your final chance. This is why you're Eblana-less? What? Because she died? No, give me my Eblana. The noble red dragon loosens her grip in shock, and her sister's body drops to the ground, as cold as it was before her heart was pierced. It is not blood, but purple fire that roars from the wound, spanning her entire torso. It instantly floods the balcony and flows down the citadel. The noble red dragon rushes over to the balcony, but the purple flames of death are even faster. Before her own flames can emit even the tiniest spark of light, the purple fire spreads across the city, burning the whole of Narsausi. The last time she looked out from this very spot, the flames were scattered like stars in the sky. When she had returned earlier that day, they coated the whole city with a cold and gloomy hue. And now, Narsausi itself burns fiercely, just like every other restless corpse she has seen. Boom, rip Eblana. She gone. She gone, but she ain't really gone, but she gone. One who burns the lamp. As you wish, Eblana. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay. So this is all going to become thicketed. It's going to start from the right and eventually get to the left. And let me guess, it's going to spawn eggs. If she dead, what the fuck is walking on my land ship? Yeah, right. Oh, they can also come from the right. Okay, so it's a two-angle one. Okay. What is the level cap now? 60? Alright, time to get rid of some of these guys. It might even be time just to start going A-team. Canterbal's actually kind of sick. I'm gonna keep her around. I think she'll still do okay. These guys are probably fine. Did we want another tank? We probably... Irene and Pepe should be able to hold that, actually, with the emergency Viviana coming down. We probably don't need the Ifrit anymore. Sure, actually no, we can't take a Warmy. We cannot do that. Let's take an Archetto, why not? Alright, let's go with that. That looks good. This was Reed. This almost gives me like Reed in her awkward teenager slash almost emo years if she didn't have the white jacket. How far is Country Hillock? Far. My sister must have known. Only the... What is that word? Elocutionist? Elocutionist. Only the elocutionist and his band of idiots would consider his plan flawless. Then why are you still following me? Oh, believe me, if it were up to me, I'd be taking a nap in camp right now. Why didn't my sister stop me? I don't know. Maybe she has high hopes for you. No, that's impossible. She's never looked at me like that. When I agreed to be her shadow, she... Please, Harmony. Tell her I don't want to do this. That you don't want to go to County Hillock. And if she's in a good mood, could you also tell her that from now on I'll... No, never mind. Fine. Can't hurt to pass it along, I suppose. Although it's not easy avoiding the elocutionist's eyes and ears. Thank you. You should go. Elocutionist, yeah. Before she gets bored. Harmony did not return until after they arrived at County Hillock. She knew what that meant. That night when cannons roared and crystals bloomed, she lay on the streets of County Hillock, blood draining from her abdomen. She had not been afraid then. Instead, she felt relieved that she would die like any other person. But then she saw those purple flames on a tower not too far away. That was when she felt afraid. Afraid that the flames would overlook her and turn her into another puppet like those on the street. Afraid that the flames would find her and bring her back, forcing her to remain a shadow. She gazed into the fire, trying to find some hint of her future in it, but saw nothing but apathy. That which she feared most had finally happened. The dead dragon lies on the ground. Behind the living dragon, the wayward wake woman suddenly understands it all. She deceived you. No, she didn't deceive anyone. She set this all up, knowing you would never allow the entire city to die with her. She baited you into piercing her vessel, freeing her from her bonds and allowing the purple fire to spread, burning us all to ashes on the eve of Samhain. Why would she take such a risk for a festival that she never cared about? I'm affected by the purple flames too. I can feel the flames of death burning in my chest, colder than ever. So cold I'm growing number by the minute. It doesn't matter whether she's seeking dominion over all of Tara, or if she's simply gone mad and wants the city to die with her. It's neither. Tara already belongs to her, and she was very much lucid. Nemos, is her body still there? I'll go check. The wayward wake woman's brow is furrowed. Perhaps she has never felt such malice in her life, and as such has never harbored such resolve. Her body is... The sound of burning drowns out her answer. Whatever she's trying to do, Narsasi is not fully gone. The fire returning ceremony can still go on. It must go on. I'm well aware. I'll inform the citizens that the wicked red dragon they worshipped is dead. What about Bridget? I've asked her to leave the city and find the Wakeman. And how are you going to tell the people that Eblana is dead? With a coffin, that seems appropriate. Even coffins are in short supply, but she is not some nameless nobody. She deserves one. Is something wrong? No. I'm simply realizing how ugly the path she walked is. A path that even now waves at me invitingly. And it's an invitation I have no choice but to accept. Go, Nemus. I'll buy you some time. You mean from the dark mist? Yes. If it wants to be part of the Samhain festivities, I will keep it at bay. I can hardly wait to ask the mist how to return the red dragon's flame to darkness. It's so funny, people keep trying to accuse Eblana of stuff, and Reed is like, what? No? Yeah. She's an evil dragon! They always go to the worst conclusions. Mysterious woman. I can hardly wait to ask the mist how to return the red dragon's flame to darkness. How do you feel about that line? Now the ending of the dragon and her reflection is clear enough. The rider stands up with a start. Who are you and what do you want? All I want is to finish the story that you would not. Didn't you say I was the type who liked to piece together the truth? We've gotten so very close to it. This is enough. I'm leaving. If you won't tell the ending yourself, I suppose it falls on me. Suddenly, someone opened their eyes, causing a surprised reflection to let go of her hand. The dragon fell into the fire burning bright, and the reflection hid back in the mirror. When the fire subsided, the dragon was gone, and the people were anxious, for they could not find their dragon. The reflection wanted to explain, find a way to bring the dragon back. Without the dragon, though, she could no longer leave the mirror. What do you think? You've been glancing over there at the newspapers, but not everything reported is fact. The rider looks towards the door. He tries to imagine himself running out of the tavern, but it is such a preposterous proposition that he almost laughs out loud. If not everything reported is a fact, then he finally knows who this woman is and why she is here. He also knows that there is no escape, but there is something else he realizes. Perhaps this is his chance to truly find the ending he had hoped for. No matter who she is, as long as the story continues, they are equals. He feels his spirit return. Okay. I don't care who you are or why you're here, but that's no way to tell the story. You haven't given it an ending. All you did was extend an endingless story. But I have to know, did you really see a red dragon kill another? In the same sense that you saw the hero drag a giant metal skeleton to the square. A creative liberty, nothing more. Then take responsibility for it. So the dragon in the mirror accidentally caused her other self to burn to death in the fire. What next? What do the people do? What about the dragon in the mirror? What about you? Don't you have any ideas of your own? For the first time in a long while, the rider takes out a fountain pen from his pocket, then grabs one of the playing cards on the table. He tries to write something, but the tip of the pen has dried out from disuse. I need time. But if it can't be connected, then maybe connected. Let me guess, you're talking about the last story that you published. The rider's pen scratches hard against the card. Finally, some ink oozes out of the tip. He is suddenly reminded of the words of Seamus Williams. May death connect us with all legends. Seamus Williams is dead, but he himself might, if he may be so impertinent, have a chance to be connected with the legends he wrote. He tries to scribble the poem on the card, but the pen leaves only broken, illegible ink trails. Just maybe. Yes? The rider sits back on the chair, his back even straighter than before. He suddenly feels an urge, the same one he felt after hearing a Seamus Williams poem for the first time. The same feeling that had taken him down this wretched path, which seizes his chest and makes him want to sing, to yell, to create. It may have indeed solved a problem for me. As I said, what I've seen, what I believe, and what I've said all contradict one another. Thanks to you, though, they're finally beginning to converge. How lovely for you. Now are you ready to start telling the third story? Of course, of course. But I'll need your help. You'll need to pick up the narrative whenever I get stuck. This is my story, but it's also yours. It has always been yours. With pleasure. The rider's breathing is rapid, his face red. His fountain pen still refuses to write, so he throws it on the table. Yes, of course. Has he not seen enough of those things already? So what? He is a rider. He will soon find the ending of his story. One who burns the lamp. Oh, what is this? Camouflages itself as an incursion point when outside your unit's attack range. Wait, what? As one of these? Okay. Does it? Oh, it's... Oh no, they're all... Oh, these are all incursion points. I see now. You know how I could tell? These ones don't have bubbles. These ones have bubbles. I think that means we probably should be trying to kill these things then. Oh no, an egg boy is spawned. Oh, we're also going to need another tank or something. Oh, we need 20. Are we 17, 18, 19, 20? No, I missed it. No! Oh my god. Imagine. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so we can trigger a couple of these other ones to go. Get Thorns healed up. You can't, yeah, you can't put them there, unfortunately. It's gonna have to be a ranged character. We can spawn one more of them, and then we're just gonna have to defeat the others normally. Oh, these eggs are gonna get huge. Uh-oh. Alright, send the wolves out. Release the wolves!
定めました。
この戦い、雑誌を倒す。毛上がりもいいところね。
Okay, now it's probably just... Oh no, there's still a few more things to spawn. 3... So we need to get up to about 30 before these guys probably start moving. That was weird. The wolves weren't actually like zooming in on the lettuces. Alright, here comes the first fox. Here comes the second fox. And the third fox. Oh, that's probably it then. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we need her here anymore.
あなたの好きを学ばせてください、ドクター。いい天気だね。
方角だ。この刃からは逃げられないよ。
こっちを見なさい。
どの矢を
Don't
使えば
need
いい
you
ですか。
anymore.
まあまあ、こんなの。
Alright, I don't want to use that yet, because I want to... Actually, I don't think we're going to get the chance to even see Mostimer's ability go off. Yeah, her ability costs so much. Dang. Dang! I want to see it! I need to know what it does! Show me!
There was a mother who once ruled a kingdom, until her crown and her family were taken by her foes. The mother had a powerful daughter, who then made a pact with the dark mist in the dark woods to drive out their foes. The daughter reclaimed the kingdom for her mother, returning the promised peace to the dark mist. The mother was to host a grand coronation for her daughter, but the daughter died mysteriously right before the event. Tremendous woe and then rage engulfed the mother. Her zeal to avenge her daughter was so fierce that the entire kingdom was scorched by her vengeful fire, until that fury disturbed the dark mist, who had just returned to its resting peace. The dark mist demanded that the mother cease, or she would be dragged into the darkness. But in her grief, the mother remained convinced that the dark mist was the one who had taken her daughter. A desperate battle was then inevitable. The mother determined to risk her life.
Okay. So a Draco tried to fight the mist? Nemos, read! At the city gates, the nomad looks back at the citadel in the distance one last time. She resists the urge to turn tail and flee at the acrid burning smell. She knows what it signifies. She knows she should do as Nemos said and leave the city to seek the Wakeman as quickly as possible, regardless of whether Loshini is successful. But despite the urgency in Nemos's voice, she did not sound like she believed things would take a turn for the better, nor did she believe that Bridget could convince the Wakeman to come. Bridget could smell the same burning smell coming from Nemos. It reminded her of the obsessions that only the dead could have. Who are you waiting for? Death? Are you just waiting for it to pat you on the back so you can have a nice little race together? Who is that? Oh, I forgot you could hear me. I can hear you. I can even sense your presence, but I can't see you. Leave the city, outsider. You're an outsider too by the sound of it. Naturally. Consider advice from one outsider to another. Live, Bridget. Nothing is more important than being alive. This city will be dead by sunrise tomorrow. Listen to Nemos. Find her kinsman. Run as far as you can. Never look back. You're right. I should go. But I will be back. Back? Huh. Stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary. You're going to come back after she tried so hard to get you out of here. So you also think it was just an excuse to keep me safe? What else could it be? You really think you can sway those wood brains? Maybe if you waited for spring, one of their brains would sprout and they might come with you to the dark woods. I don't like the way you talk, invisible brother. What did you call me? Brother. You have burnt stench, but other than that, you remind me of the nomads. No clue how you're related to us, but it feels right. Huh. Let's make a bet then, Bridget. A bet? On whether you'll be back tonight before Narsarsi is burned to the ground. I say, it's impossible. That's not what you really want to bet on. Oh yeah? Then tell me, what am I really thinking? You want to prove that you're right, that nothing is more important than being alive. You think I'll choose survival in the end. But whatever. You're on. Well, what are you waiting for then? It just doesn't feel fair. If you win, I'll live the rest of my life in regret. But if I win, it doesn't really matter to a bystander like you. So how about this? If I win, you go back to where you came from. And where do you think I should go back to? No idea, but not here. This isn't your home. You sound like you've been betrayed by the city folk here before, but you still can't bring yourself to hurt them. You act like you want to see them reap what they sowed, but didn't sound happy at all when you talked about the city burning to the ground. Honestly, you're the most struggling person I've ever met. And enough. Oh, Doggo CG, let's go. Very well. If you win, I'll return to where I belong. But just coming back here to die won't cut it. What else do you need me to do then? Deliver a message to those wood brains outside the city. Tell them it's been 600 years. Nobody's blaming you anymore. Go do your jobs. Oh, and one more thing. You stupid wood brains. What? Pass that on to those fools verbatim, especially the filthier bits. Did you get all that? Need me to repeat myself? No. The elders sometimes speak that language, so I understand it, more or less. Then go. What are you waiting for? Was all of that just so you could tell me this? Just get moving already. The golden-haired nomad takes a deep breath and runs away from the city. Her ancestor, whose figure she never saw, stands in place, unmoving. That stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary. Okay, so wait, is she like, is Bridget his like granddaughter, granddaughter, something like that? That's what I'm getting from that. Because he was out with the nomads, right? He lived basically his entire life with them. Nemos turns to leave, while Loshini looks toward the dark woods. The sun has set beneath the horizon. Curfew is about to begin. In the distance, she sees the dark mist spreading from the forest towards the Narsarsi, thicker than ever. He died 600 years ago, remember? So it would be like, no. Hold on. Math. Great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. There we go, nailed it. Made it in time. She raises her spear toward the mist outside, lighting a bright yellow spark in the city of purple. As though receiving some kind of message, the mist slowly rises until it is level with the flame at the top of the spear. Yes, come here, where it's warm and bright, where there's still life. Yes, over here. What? You want to pretend I don't exist again? I won't let you. This light will never go out, not until true darkness falls. Attracted by the flame in her hand, yet unable to approach, the mist begins to flow through the streets. Soon it returns, but this time her flame can neither draw or repel it. There is a cacophony within the mist. She feels as though everything has gone dark all of a sudden. The dark mist has come. Is this your answer? Yes, this is my answer. It is incomplete. It needs time. Time is your enemy, not your friend. We'll see about that. The deathly fires have not yet completely transformed the people into the walking dead. They're still alive. There is still time to return the flames. And you're not going anywhere until Nemos awakens them. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Maybe. Maybe my strength, my wisdom, and my arts are all so insignificant to you that it seems ridiculous. But I have my resolve. Okay. Nemos drags the coffin through the corridor. The red dragon's remains do not burn. They simply lie there, quietly. This is how death should be. But Nemos seems to hear an ethereal voice laughing in her ear. Without hesitation, the wayward wake woman lifts the limp body and tosses it into the coffin. This coffin, Red Dragon, is your final resting place. It's where those like you belong. So where are you now? Are you still watching us from somewhere, with that twisted smile of yours? But this vessel at least is beyond your reach. Otherwise you'd have burned me to ash by now. And this spear, which never left your side. How many times have you breathed your flames from it? And how many others like Kulan have been your victims? You don't even know the answer, do you? With great effort, Nemos lifts the spear and thrusts it into the coffin. Flames from its tip engulf the coffin in an instant, spreading along the rope connecting it to Nemos and merging with the purple fire on her. A deathly cold runs through Nemos's body, but she could hardly feel temperature at this point. You're mine now. I'll finish what Kulan started. Let's go to those lowly, despicable places that suffered from the war you stole in victory. You will be seen by all. Your death will be seen by all. They will know that you are dead, that the proud, imperious Red Dragon is dead. Here lies Eblana Dublin, in this coffin covered in freezing flames. But what will they do then? I pray that your death will wake them up, of course, as Laushini hoped. That they'll know that the era you represented is over. That Narsarsi will escape this calamity. That Tara need not celebrate its rebirth with the death of a city. But, your fire must have gotten to my head, Dragon. Why is it that I suddenly feel like the other ending, where it all ends in destruction, isn't so bad? Someone else may have killed you, but this is my revenge. The coffin remains silent and Nemos no longer speaks. Silent, delirious, and determined, she drags the burning coffin down the stairs, making a point to let it hit each step on the way down. It sounds like the withered mockery of the dead. Oh yeah, we leaked that first guy at the start. Rip. Rip. Ooh, is this boss? Is this boss? I think this is boss, right? Hold on, let's have a look. Collect all. It is boss. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. So we've got two spawners, top and bottom. They're going to come through the center, through here. And then this one's also going to come through here. I noticed there's a steps here and steps here. I have a feeling something spawns in here and goes down the stairs or something, or up here and goes down the stairs. I guess we shall see. What level are we looking at? E2, level 10? Alright, all the E1s are going. Bye-bye, E1s. You know what? How much does she get back with this? 8 DP? Let's use Vulpes, why not?
一番厄介な敵は私に任せて。
Delphine, let's replace you with a mage. Let's replace you with... Let's bring Indigo. We haven't used Indigo in a while.
いつでも行けます。
Let's get rid of Thorns, replace him with... Gavial, sure.
突っ込むのは私に任せて。お前らはとにかく後方支援を
And
頼
then
む。
Bridget we can replace with... I mean, I could just Wizardell, but I don't think we really need to be Wizardelling just yet. You know, the map's not that big, so let's go Executor. Alright, let's go. Vulpes is probably not going to give us as many things as we hope she gives us. DP. Nemos drags the coffin out of the citadel. Not a single soul is in the square with the statue. Curfew has begun, but she drags the red dragon's coffin over as the draconic flames burn within her own body. Wherever she goes, the darkness retreats. Once she moves on, it reoccupies the space. Huh. Kulan, I envy you. No one could have slept through you dragging that colossal statue, forcing them to come out to see what's going on. But what about me, Kulan? What am I supposed to do? Do I have to keep shouting the red dragon is dead as I walk down the street? She lifts her head to meet the statue's eyes. The violet flames dancing within its pupils do not answer. She recalls the songs she sang for the dead with the wakemen all those years ago. Those from the city would also join in, if only for the first few lines. I hope you will remember the ancient ballads, Terrans. So, Red Dragon, which song should I sing to announce your death? How about the blasphemous Tim Finn's wake? Would you enjoy a funeral where people get into fights, splash whiskey on your corpse, and then you wake up after smelling the alcohol? Forget it. No one wants you coming back to life. She casually sings another song that pops into her head. The black clouds shroud the marsh and vales. The cold wind shrieks through the mounts and hills. At crack of dawn I see a traveller who asks me the way to the golden field. The wayward wake woman sings with a hoarse voice, dragging the burning coffin towards every inhabited part of the city she's familiar with. She stops at every house, making sure that the purple flames reflect in their windows, that the elegy is heard inside. The more she sings, the more intimately the flames envelope her body, overwhelming her sluggish senses and making every step feel like torturous labor. But it also lets her hear even the smallest snippets of speech from every window. Terran language classes, Kieran? They can't possibly be free, right? At that price, well, it's doable as long as we cut down on the wine. Bloody hell, Kieran. If I helped you more back then, could you have escaped the Victorians? Damn dark mist. If the red dragon won't drive it away, I'll do it myself. The black clouds shroud the marsh and vales. The cold wind shrieks through the mounts and hills. At crack of dawn I see a traveller who asks me the way to the golden field. Who is that? Nemos? What's she up to, singing in the middle of the night? And what's that she's dragging that burns so bright? Darling, Even if you want to help the Terran cause, surely you don't have to join the army. Fine, I'll wait for you to come home, for the day we win our freedom. Finally some quiet, going on and on about how your hands hurt when your whole arm's already gone, and it's not like screaming about it's going to get you any medicine. If it was going to be like this, I wish you'd never come home. I'd rather spend my whole life missing you. I said to him, poor chap, even I don't know how far you have to go. But if you wish, I'll go with you for a bit, towards the golden field. Isn't this a funeral song? Those purple flames. Who is it mourning? What? The enemies have entered the woods and are right outside the city. I can't sit back and do nothing, Nemos. Where is the army recruiting? I'll take my weapons and go. There is neither light nor any voice behind this window. Rip. Turn right and pass by the palace. Cross the river of fine wine. I'll share a cup by the riverside before we return to the Golden Field Road. Miss Nemos, will we be moving in with Mr. Coolan after the war's over? Oh, I was hoping there'd be someone other than me to cook for him. Boy got trampled and then just left in a street to die. Rip. Perhaps the most important thing to do before Her Highness returns is to repair the workshop door. I hope you find that golden field, and a home in flames you'll never yield. I'm sure you won't hesitate then and complete your trip to the golden field. It's okay, he was British. A wake woman on the brink of death. Who does she think she's going to rouse with those songs, when she can't even wake herself up? Whatever happens, Bridget, oh silly child of my distant bloodline, don't come back. The city isn't worth your life. Nemos walks toward the last street she has yet to visit. She has been through practically the entire city and heard the simmering restlessness behind every door, but none of them have opened. The wayward wake woman gradually loses her grasp on her senses as her voice grows weaker. She has sung every song she knows, even the blasphemous Tim Finn's Wake from start to finish. She has only one song left. She did not want to sing it, but now she has no other choice. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, cooling into the mists of Hoar. I trod upon the road, heading out to war. Nemos? Emma? I almost couldn't recognize you. You're still... I'm not doing good, Nemos. I'll be dead soon. I just want to lie in bed and stop breathing. Look at that. It's like she's freezing. Like she's, yeah, she's like freezing over. Plus she's also got the purple in her eyes now. My joints hurt, my throat's burning. I'm even seeing people who aren't with us anymore. But I heard your song and saw the coffin. I'm on death's door already, so I figured why not come and see. Where is the dark mist? Maybe in the forest, maybe in the city, maybe right behind us. I don't know, and I don't care. Huh. I don't care either. One question, Nemos. I need you to answer it before I can die in peace. Inside that coffin, is that truly our red dragon? Emma stands on her front porch, staggering, as if ready to collapse at any moment into a pile of kindling, to burn in despair and return to dust. I put her in the coffin myself. Why did she die? Who killed her? Who? Emma's feeble but angry voice echoes down the empty streets. Who? Who? The echoes linger. Nemos turns around to look. The streets are still empty, but she knows where the echoes are coming from. Behind every closed door is a pair of bloodshot eyes hidden away, just like the ones on Emma's face. Nemos turns again to look towards the towering citadel where nothing remains within. You guys still want revenge? That's right. As long as we can move, we can avenge the red dragon. Oofed. She thought they would be happy, but they're not. They still want to do stuff for her. Labrithach has fire coming out of the stab wound he had in the CG. Yeah. She stops singing her songs and merely hauls the coffin step by step towards the coffer. Wait, towards the what? Towards the square. The coffer? Huh? Wait. Nemos, wait. How many times must I repeat myself, Mist? Eblana is dead. I killed her with my own hands. Her body lies in the coffin Nemos is now dragging through the city. The people must know she is dead and return her violet flames so her bodies will no longer burn. Wishful thinking. She did not give those flames, she merely started the fire. Everything the red dragon promised will be lost because of you. When has she ever cared about honoring her promises? But if that's all that matters to you... Now Shinny retreats step by step until there's no room for her to move any further. Only then does a fierce flame burst from her spear tip, melting the coldly lit vegetation. Know that the only red dragon stands before you. Whatever she's promised you, the only way you'll get it is through me. Do you hear the doors opening in the distance? You must have. Nemos aside, the first resident to break curfew has already opened their door. So for their sake, as well as the hundreds more who will take to the very same streets, you must remain here. Before my answer to Narsausi is deemed a failure, before the people here are reduced to shambling corpses bent on tearing the dark mist apart, you have no right to take the lives of anyone trespassing in the dark. What arrogance. You call this arrogance? If Tara needs it, I can be far more arrogant than that. The red dragon speaks no more, and the flames of life burn brightly atop her spear. She steps forward with her back straight, no longer dodging the ice-cold branches, but allowing them to lace her body with bloodied scratches. Oh, I think I see what you were saying, Eggy Egg. Was I meant to look at Emma to see where the purple flames were coming out to see how she died? I think I finally just got that. I hope we see Emma again. The juxtaposition of the giant statue with the two tiny figures makes them seem like ghosts. But somehow Nemos can also feel the presence of others besides Emma. In fact, they seem to have crowded the square, as if the whole city is here. They're all watching and listening, lit up by the strange purple glow from their rogenium lamps. No, it is more than a glow. Their bodies are burning purple. The one who killed the red dragon is... Nemus knows they haven't changed a bit. They are still waiting for her to utter a name they can curse and then destroy. Or maybe they will even destroy themselves. Laushini? No one would believe there were actually 2 red dragons. Who else then? Who else could possibly kill the dragon who seemed to toy with life and death? Before she can stop herself, she has a thought. Why not just say it was the Dark Mist, or the Victorians? Revenge, indeed. Let these lunatics dash into the mist and die in the Red Dragon's name. Let them fulfill their desire for vengeance and let this violet city die. It was born in disgrace. Let it die in madness. Yes, die. Let everyone who stayed perish, just like those who left and went into the dark mist. I stepped into the dark woods one morn, cooling to the mists of Hor. Nemus turns to look at the colossal dragon skeleton sculpture and recalls that recent evening awash with confusion and sorrow. What was he thinking? The man who dragged this statue into the square. What song was he singing in his heart? Was it the song they taught Theo when they rescued him? What feels like centuries ago? At this moment, the last bit of her sanity snatches the answer from the fiery clutches of her rage. The answer that had been fluttering around since the very beginning of the story. The answer to the red dragon, to the sisters, to the mirror and reflection, and to the flames of life and death. Kulan, if it wasn't you to throw his life away protecting these people, the one who killed the red dragon is no other than the red dragon. It was herself. The woman before Nemos stares at her blankly, as if she did not hear her words. Straining her entire being, Nemos yells at the whole city. The red dragon killed herself. She never intended to light the flames within your bodies, but she did not want you to burn into cinders, so she offered her own life instead, to protect you from death, and yet... Must you exact a fruitless revenge? Must you destroy everything she gave her life for? The city falls silent as purple flames flicker, leaving only the dark mist lingering restlessly at the gates, as if waiting for its hesitant prey to step into its domain. Okay, the flames are coming from the legs? Actually, I don't think those flames were there before. Also, the flames are now starting to spurt from here, too. I wonder. You're saying she killed herself, so we wouldn't exact revenge. Then, what do we do now? The onslaught of questions from the residents sends Nemos's head spinning. Bloodshot eyes that did not shut from news of the death, instead ask her questions. Grinding teeth that did not relax from the news of the death, instead ask her questions. Clenched fists that did not open from the news of the death, instead ask her questions. Silence, tension, confusion. Their revenge was rejected, overruled by the red dragon, so where should their sorrow go now? Niels, my unborn child, the red dragon. Someone tell me. Emma? If even revenge is out of my hands, then what else can I do? I have nothing else. The war took everything from me. How am I supposed to live on? Tell me, Niels. Tell me, Red Dragon. Anyone just tell me quickly. How am I supposed to live on? Or should I go to you instead? Emma, no. Isn't this the only path left for me? I stepped into the dark woods one morn, cool into the mists of Hor. Niels, is that you? Are you finally back? I trod upon the road, heading out to war. No pipes are singing, nor battle drums are roar. Only the bells behind me, through druin fog, their rings do soar. Stop singing! That song snatched Niels away from me. Why would you still sing that song, nomad? Emma seems lost to madness until a soft voice sings the same tune, but with different lyrics. The night-blind laborer is led by a wake woman as they slowly walk into the square. Fire between legs, unborn child, the war took everything from me. Oh, you reckon she died because of that? Okay, so you're saying this is just fully a... This is basically just the land of the dead. Everyone that died during the war, even if they didn't go to war, they ended up dying either because of famine, because they started picking on kids they thought were spies. Okay. Cool, Moses, because we found the burning bush. I don't know the reference, I'll be honest. I never read that stuff. I don't know what the burning bush is. The night-blind laborer is led by a wake woman as they slowly walk into the square. Again, through the dark woods. I said stop singing that! Wait, again? It may be presumptuous, but I tried writing a new verse to the song, because I don't want our brave loved ones to just leave us, to never see us again, to be eternally lost in the mist just like we are. She had a miscarriage and now fire is coming out of her coochie. Yeah. No, I get that. So are you saying she's dead? She is dead because of the birth? Or are you saying the flames... No, because if she had a miscarriage or something like that, the baby wouldn't still be there. Okay, I'm going into weird places now. Again, through the dark woods, parting the mists of hoar. Our gallants dearly departed, my heart so sad and sore. And so in my dreams I go, lighting bonfires in the woods, not to reunite, but to light the path you trod with fog and dew. Not to reunite, but to light the path you trod. A tear trickles from Emma's eyes, streaking across her sallow face. Return it. Return your flames and the blessing of the red dragon. Return the flames. If I return this blessing, this fire back to her, will it light up their path? Return it and the wandering departed will also return to the flames and rest in peace. No, I don't want that. I just want to see him again. If you die as you are, you will only ever brush past each other in the fog again and again. Then, what should I do? Live on. He chose to walk into the mist so you wouldn't need to be lost within it as well. Return the fire to light his path, and then let the years pass, let life begin anew. And when your hair is white and he learns his wish was fulfilled, only then will you meet again. The woman buries her face in her hands as she kneels on the ground, tears streaming down her fingers. Oh, Moran hands her a candle. The candle flame turns purple the moment she takes it between sobs. I got the Moses thing now. I get the Moses thing. The wakemen and refugees slowly sing their way through the city like a tiny stream left behind after a night of rain. Okay, so I think the people in the city are still alive. I think the fog is like an elegy or a representation of people that decided to go to war and they walked into the fog never to return. Because they died in the war, essentially. I think that's what's going on here. It is by no means a clear stream nor a turbulent one. It is a miserable, muddy trickle flowing down centuries of painful history, carrying dust and blood and about to run dry. But it is this murky bitterness that reveals the city's true self in the gloomy night. Nights of falling asleep, gripping old photos, mornings awakened by phantom pain from amputated limbs. Now, empty houses fell to ruin, while those fortunate enough to return home were greeted only by orphaned dolls scattered across dusty floors. Yeah, the people died of the famine. Oofed. The doors are opening. They are. People flood into the streets like a burst dam, pouring into the square. Some leave their homes with candles in hand, while many more follow Emma's lead and take one from the wake woman. The flames still burn purple but seem to have softened and bear a bit of warmth. Finally. Place the red dragon's coffin at the statue's base, Nemos. It seems Narsaosi will witness a grand fire returning ceremony tonight. You should be the first, Nemos. Me. But this is her funeral, so... Are you sure? It is more than just hers, is it not? The wake woman looks around, trying to pinpoint the shadow of a stranger. But even if the ghost wasn't trying to hide from her, she has no way of hearing the long, overdue words of forgiveness from his mouth. Now we're even, Woodbrains. Hey Fergie, how's it going? There is no fog. The fog is a lie. The fog is war. And that's why that's why Bridget was the messenger going out to the people at war and then coming back and delivering it to the people of this town. I get it all now. I'm starting to get it all. It's all making sense. And then who are the wake women? Or the wakemen? Are the wakemen people from this village that went out to recover bodies from the war and bring them back? Or maybe that's going a bit far. Maybe the wakemen aren't hugely involved in this, like, analogy, not allergy. Allegory, I think I was going for there. Rest in peace. I think this is also a sign. I think what they're saying here is Eblana was the red dragon to take Dublin to war. She was the perfect one to take them to war. But she is not the red dragon to lead them into peacetime. Laushini is that one. I think that's what this is meant to mean. She took them through their hardest times, and now it's Laushini to come in and let them prosper. She deliberately neglects to mention the name of the departed. She places the candle before the coffin, no longer able to stop her tears from crashing into the flames. Violet fire instantly rises up into the sky, spreading from the coffin to the entire statue. The entire sculpture is set ablaze. And that makes sense, right? That's why there's like this slight hatred inside the people for Eblana, because the way they'd see it is Eblana took their loved ones to war and got them all killed. The crowd place their candles down beside the statue and return the purple flames to the one who granted them their hue. Some are silent, and some call the Red Dragon's name, but many more chant the most precious thing they had lost in the war. Tears fall like rain. The suppressed, the promised, the twisted, the insided. Tears wash away the flickering, hollow pageantry, revealing only the sorrow of lives crushed to bits. Eblana, Dublin's leader, Laushini, Operator Reed, Laushini, Queen of Tara, Eblana, Operator Necras. Yeah, wait, oh, I see what you mean. So Reed and Necras are their operator names, Laushini and Eblana are their Dublin names. Ah. Crude, sharp, turbid, and stuck in their throats. Only now does their sorrow manage to cry out. The rain of tears converges into the stream of songs, pooling around the statue as the raging blaze evaporates it all, until even the citadel behind the square is engulfed in flames. They've changed places, yeah. As I said, this is my answer. The mist does not reply, but after a long time Laushini hears a deep sigh. You made this choice yourself. The dark mist dissipates like awakening from a dream, and Laushini sees real black clouds above her. She heads towards the square. She goes to return fire to the dead. She walks the whole way from the city gates to the square. Every living resident is gathered before the burning statue. The soaring purple flames have already taken over one side of the citadel. No one is able to approach. So Laushini gets all the space she could want. It should work from here too. Eblana, may Tara never need your flames again. A small blossom of fire flies from Laushini's palm. She does not know if this conforms to funerary tradition. It is simply an act of instinct. The bright yellow flower flutters into the purple blaze. Laushini stands quietly, as the other fire returners have done. But the fire does not die out. The purple fire still lights up half the sky until everyone has returned their flames, though the Originium lamps on their waists remain an ice-cold violet. Laushini finally realizes that at some point the giant dragon, still aflame, has stopped right before her. She meets its eyes, Eblana's eyes. Still not giving up, Eblana. Very well then. I'll play along with you. One last time. Laushini's spear tip flares up as the giant dragon flaps its wings and charges towards her. They make it sound like Eblana didn't want to give it over, but I'm pretty sure Eblana did want to give it over, right? She was a willing participant. But I guess they need a final boss, right? That's a cool way of doing that story, man. Like, they could have easily just done that story, like, is verbatim the right word? Like, without all the analogies and everything? But damn, I think they did it so much better that way. Alright, what do we want to do here? I think this is still fine. Do we want a tank? We might end up replacing some of this. We'll see. It's Reed who doesn't want to do it, but she has to, or all of this was for nothing. Reed doesn't want to. I can see why Reed wouldn't want to. Oh, I didn't put my healer down. I might have screwed myself. Hold on. Where's my healer? Okay, now we should be good. Oh my god, she actually does a fair bit of damage. Wow. She blocks too, right? She does. Good. Eblana's here. Run! Oh, ow. Okay. The purple flames, they hurt. They hurt. I need to put someone here, I think, on this tile, not this tile. That's an awful ranged unit to put there, but I think it's the only one we can really do. I guess we could do this just to try and get rid of one of these guys. Ow! No, she hit me! Owie! Owie! It hurts. Make it stop. Also, Lapland can't hit them if she can't see them globally. That's kind of crazy. Rip. Where does the other one spawn? Oh, over here. Ah. Owie. Please. Please no hurt. Please stop the hurting. Owie. I can't place anything around here, can I? No. Oh, the healer's down. And the purple flames, they do be hurting. Rip. Oh my god, this is actually kind of brutal. We might actually have to bring our proper A-team, yeah. Yeah. I'm actually going to call him back. Can she hit yet? No. Oh, and now she can't see because all of this is here. God damn it. Okay, what do we need to do against this guy? This Dargon is actually kind of strong, huh? Huh. We're gonna have to use our brain a little bit here. Wait, it's not an actual swap though, is it, Eggy Egg? Because everyone knows it's not Eblana anymore. Because everyone knows her purple flame. So they must realize, or are we meant to believe that the people... Oh wait, do the people not see her flames? Are her flames invisible to people? I thought they were visible though. Huh. I'm gonna switch him out. For you. Indigo doesn't really help us here. We need stuff that... You know what? We're bringing the Wizardell. We need to clear out a lot of bullshit. Okay, let's try that out. If they can't see the Draco's flames, then I can see it being that they could swap out without telling the people and they'd just believe it. But if they can see the flames, then that's no way. No way. Alright, I think I do it this way so we catch them coming up here. Oh, I just realized they're gaining fire when they walk past this guy. Oh. Oh, do they blow up when they die? I think they do, right? Right. That's what's going on. Big explosions. Also gonna do this. We could probably get away with putting someone up over here too, maybe. Actually, no, they'll probably get attacked. Actually, you know what we need? We need a quick deployer so we can kind of tank the, we can tank the attacks of the dragon.
危ないわね。これ式のことにも私が出番。苦しみを忘れたことはあり
Wait, something got through? Oh my god, get this out of my screen.
交渉まずはこのコートを撃ち落とせるかやってみて。ショーン、ショーはもうじき終焉だけど、君たちはまだ何か待ってるのかな？
Are they gonna fly over here? No, they're not. Okay.
私をここに派遣するのが、私をここに派遣。
Bam! There we go. At half health already. Let's go.
任務は必ず果たします。
That's unfortunate that we let one through. We could do this so much better. I should actually probably read the dragon's abilities as well. There's probably some weird shit that's going on. This isn't dealing damage, right? No, okay. Deleted. What is burning? Oh, the Wizardel's things are getting burned. I see. Oh boy. Eblana be flying. Eblana, no! Ow! Owie! It hurts! Is it AoE? It's not AoE. Okay. We should be able to hit... Wait, is this actually an aerial unit? Oh my god, I think it's an aerial unit. Oh, that's annoying. That is very, very annoying. Maybe the wolves can hit? Oh, very cool. He can come back. Okay, so we need a lot of range damage then. At least for this second bit. Also, this position kind of sucks for Lapland because she can't hit shit. Okay, okay. Good to know. I understand now. I understand. I think the flying thing is an aerial unit. Yeah, it definitely is. I thought it was going to land, okay? I thought it was going to come back and land on the ground, but it never did. It never did the thing. Alright, so who are we not going to run then? Probably not Viviana. We just need a Krypton. Actually, is the dragon weak to physical or art? It's weak to physical. Okay. So we could take... We could take Meteorite to shred even more armor. We could get rid of Mostoma, and we could bring... Who else has kind of a sick range? Platinum, kind of. Range expands. Infinite duration. Maybe just a cruise? Actually, Rosa's got a huge range. Yeah, let's bring Rosa. You're good. Archetto's fine. Meteorite, Horn. Horn becomes useless, though, to be honest. So let's take a healer, that a tank that can actually heal. Gavial also becomes a little bit useless here. I don't think a freak can hit flying enemies. The shred, though, would be nice on that. Actually, doesn't she? Oh, she does it on defense. Not a huge range either. Pazemka, maybe? That might be a good play. Irene doesn't work. We could go something like this. I'm not sure it can be silenced. I doubt it can be silenced. Yeah, I doubt it can be silenced, but we can try throwing double Lapland at the... Ifrit can hit flying enemies as long as it's in her range. Oh. Oh. That might be a nice option then, because then we get massive armor shred and she should just die like instantly. Or yeah, Eblana should die instantly. Let's bring a Ifrit. Where's my armor shred? Beautiful. Alright. Am I missing something here? No, there's our healer. You know, this should be fine. I believe. I believe. It kind of doesn't make sense though, right, Dark Wolf? Because Ifrit, like, makes the ground fire. Doesn't make sense. At least for this skill, skill 2. Skill 3, she has the flamethrower, right? So that kind of makes a little bit more sense. You can point a flamethrower up. I'm actually going to hold off on doing the Archetto. Because if I put here... Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Let's do that. Skill 3 is the ground burning skill. I see, I see. I'm just going to use our ability to get some DP. Just get some DP going, bruh. Who do we want to put here? Maybe Pazemka? We don't need Pazemka really to be hitting anything. Oh, the eggs are kind of getting kind of big. I need to make sure they don't grow anymore. Oh look, we've almost killed the guy that's turning them all into bombs. Very nice. Oh, wait, something got through? How? Wait, 2 things got through. What? Well, that's annoying. Alright, we should get the same knockdown here from Wizardel. And then we can prepare her to do the necrotic damage. Damn, Wizardel just keeps getting knocked. Alright, down. Very nice. Do we leave Wizardel there to deal with all the other bullshit that spawns? It might be worth it. Yeah, it might be worth it. Alright, my Ifrit is almost ready to enter the field. Let's go. Big Ifrit. Alright, generate your ability. Prepare to shred. Actually, we do kind of need to pull something back, I feel. I'm going to pull a shadow back. Let's get you out. I'm now realizing most of my damage. Ooh. Well, she died instantly. Jesus. Alright, start attacking. Take him out! Take him out! Send the wolves! Dum, 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 dum. Actually, we could probably hit from here, right? Oh, the Dargon hits the last spawned thing. Oh my god, it's getting destroyed. Oh, it's gonna do its flame thing. Ow! It hurts. Ow! Oh, that also hits the last thing you spawned or you touched. Turn into a bunny, please. Yeah, I need quick deploys. I really badly need quick deploys. This guy might actually just kill me because nothing has vision. Owie. Archetto, do something! Oh, that thing can't be blocked. That's right. Oh yeah, okay, there's some things we need to do here. There are some things we need to change up here.
こんなに残酷なものだったんですか。
We almost got him down. Almost got the boss down. So unfortunately, I don't think Virtuosa can survive this. Okay, we need to change someone out for a quick deploy. You know what? We're not going to go all in on the armor shred. I think we've got enough armor shred. We're going to go Texas to draw fire. Literal fire from the boss. And I actually think I'm going to switch out Lapland for another quick deployer just to, again, draw fire. I think I'm going to go gravel this time and take the barrier. Yeah, that way Virtuosa doesn't die immediately. Okay, this should be good. This should be good. I believe. Hi, Taicho. Oh, I guess you could put something here and then you'd prevent these guys from turning into bombs. But they don't really deal like a crazy amount of damage. I need to keep an eye out on what actually gets through this as well. Because she has 2 block. Does she get a reduced block when I do this? Attack range. It doesn't. So I'm not 100% what's going on there. The eggs! No, the eggs are coming! They're getting huge! Pazemka, please. Stop the egg from growing, please. Okay, that guy gets blocked. There is a lot of stuff coming right now that is gonna suck. Yeah, it might be this where it floods. I'm actually gonna do this just to try and stop it a little. Alright, there we go. We stopped the flood. Very nice. Alright, now we need to get Wizardell out. Perfect. That'll deal with the eggs too over here. Alright, we almost got visibility on everything. This is kind of nice. Except this guy, but this guy's already at like no health, so that doesn't really concern me that much. Let's prepare the wolves. Okay, the dragon's getting a little bit further than I would like the dragon to be getting. Wizardell, please. Hello. Please kill. Please? Please? One more hit. Hit the dragon! Oh my god. Alright, well, we're gonna get the transition over on this side then, I guess. And dead. There we go. Very cool. Let's try and get rid of these things as quickly as possible. I'm gonna put a Freet here this time. So Freet's gonna get targeted. Why did she just take damage? Oh, are these things exploding when they get destroyed? Oh, well, would you look at that? Well, would you look at that? Oh, that sucked. What's it attacking? Oh, it's attacking her. Okay. Let's force it to attack that instead. Please turn into a bunny. No, you bitch! Owie! Owie! It hurts! Owie!
回カウントするなんて誰が言ったのか。
降る穴に積もる恨みの落ち葉なく引きずるイロハの赤。
Let's get rid of these bunnies. These bunnies are annoying as hell.
ここでは何も起きてない。
No, don't aim at her.
任せて。
Oh, he's almost dead. He's almost dead. We actually got this. We got this. We got this. Easy. Ow. Well, Wizardo's dead. Wait, 2 lines of flames? Excuse me? Start chunking, start chunking, start chunking. Texas go. Send those blades, baby. I wonder how many circles it does. I didn't actually see. Oh my god, it hurts, man. Owie. Owie. Oh, I think we died to the tree. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Nothing here can hit this either. Rip. Ow. Oh, she literally can't hit anything. Alright, there's gonna be some explosions going off here. Hopefully we can survive that. Oh, we're dead. We're so dead. Our healer's dead. Oh! Oh my god, the heals. What a clutch, man. What an absolute clutch. Where'd the dragon go? I was about to breathe fire on us again. Oh, I think a bunch of these spawned, yeah. These things are actually kind of scary because they just flood your line. Oh, we went down the stairs. Okay. Wait, what? What did it die to? Wait, did it die to the fire tree? Oh my god. Use more snipers, in my honest opinion. Yeah. I mean, we did it. We just let a couple of those little guys through. Your Highness, the singer has just sent word that the electionist and the rest have taken Loshini. They're on their way to County Hillock. I see. He only sent news after our troops left and the leader had already set out for County Hillock. He seemed to want to avoid offending the electionist and his group, but also to avoid accusations of concealing information. What should we do with him? Dublin has never needed him to be our eyes. No one is counting on him for this. My utmost apologies. I take full responsibility. I assumed they were heading towards County Hillock on orders and never imagined they'd dare take Loshini. But they haven't gotten far, so we can still catch up if we set off now. Your Highness, I bring news from your sister. She hopes you can curb the electionist and his men from acting rashly and bring her back. She said that herself? That's right. I'll mobilize the troops at once. Hold on. Your Highness, we should stop them as soon as possible. Also, I don't want to go to County Hillock, straight from the dragon's mouth. If that is truly her desire, then she ought to realize it with her own hands. It would be no difficult task with her flames. Has she not already sentenced quite a few to death in the name of the leader? Tell her this. If that is what she wants, she can do it herself. No, there's no need for even that. Your Highness, if I may be so bold, she is my sister. She needs to stand up, man. She needs to stand up on her own 2 feet. She is going to be queen. She's going to be leader. The giant dragon flaps its steel wings, stirring up a flaming vortex. But Loshini does not waver. She stabs her spear firmly in its eye socket. Still unable to commit to killing me, Loshini. Gradually the dragon's voice overlaps with Eblana's, and eventually even its body becomes hers. The scenery around them changes swiftly, just like that night in the ruins with Lebrethach. I just don't know. What exactly do you want? You deceived me and lied to so many. All for what? For the city to be buried alongside you? To become the next legendary King Gale? I never lied to you. And why should I believe you now? What exactly is Narsausi to you? What about Tara? I had always believed we shared the same dream, so why do they seem completely different now? Or will dreams eventually become a card for you to play in your mad pursuit of power? One that you'll inevitably grow bored of, just like Loshini back in County Hillock. County Hillock? I saw no desire to return to me in your eyes back then, only relief. Was I mistaken? Though I was truly sick of it back on County Hillock. With my flames I can mold anything I want into any shape I want. Everything except my reflection in the mirror. No matter how large a blaze I stoked, she wouldn't change one bit. Because you've never burned her directly. Because I've never burned you directly. I've only ever waited. I've always been waiting. Waiting for you to give me an answer. An answer. What about you, Loshini? What do you want? Yes, it's good that your blood and your upbringing have you carry yourself high. But if you want for nothing, then what sort of position am I meant to leave by my side for you? Or leave by my side for you? Go on. This is your wish on a snowy night. I'll let you aspire as grand as you want. True. You never used your flames on me, but only because you had other tools more suited for the task. Fear, duty, guilt, sympathy. You've never asked me directly to change, but you've done so indirectly countless times. So all my attempts to guide you were useless, yet my apathy bore fruit. How terribly ironic. Whatever the case, you finally returned of your own will, ready to embrace a real life. That is enough. Conspiracies, lust for power, war. Is that what you'd call a real life? Is it not? Stories, poems, legends. Do you think those are enough to constitute a life worthy of you or I? I know I've always been ashamed of myself. Even now I hate myself for not sharing your suffering. I was the one who left, forcing you to shoulder it all on your own, letting them mold you into what you are now. No, Loshini. Recently I've been wondering if you're just as arrogant as I am. The only difference is that my arrogance is directed at the land, while yours is focused solely on me. What? Conspiracies, lust for power, war. Why do you assume those are what shaped me? They have never changed me. They simply happened to take on a form I was able to wield with ease, nothing more. The tiniest bit of power can decide whether one lives or dies. Even more power can decide the fate of armies, and an overwhelming amount can decide the rise and fall of nations. But power comes to an end. The poets have always known this, and I think you do too. Am I wrong, Loshini? Death mocks all equally, preparing a predestined end for those who crave power, ruthlessly snatching away everything they spent their whole lives chasing. So if you knew your path would come to naught, why would you still... Eblana backs away as the giant steel-forged dragon follows suit. Is it escaping, or trying to hide? Loshini subconsciously eases her fire, but in the next moment bites down on her lip and abruptly increases her strength, pushing Eblana forward. Very good. At least you have learned the most fundamental thing required for a life without me. Cruelty. Determination. If you have decided that this path is your life, then step forward and never look back. You should be telling that to the people of Narsausi. Let me finish. Death mocks all equally, yet I shall mock death. So bless me, dear sister, for I am finally about to embark on a grand adventure. Eblana retreats again and again, the smile on her face fainter than ever. The sensation in Loshini's arms of piercing through steel gradually lessens, until it feels as smooth as a stroke through a body, then as hollow as running a spear through flame. Until an immense force like the final flash of a dying light erupts from her spear tip, pulling Loshini towards the other side. Ice-cold flames wrap around her body, and she suddenly realizes that she now stands at the entrance of the citadel on Red Dragon Square, right in the middle of the fire returning right. Or perhaps the dragon skeleton she is currently entangled with merely returned to its original position and took the chance to pull her, with her firm grip on her spear, into the core of the funeral flames. Do you still wish to get away from me, Loshini? Light shoots out from Loshini's spear brighter than ever. In a flash she feels a burning sensation as painful as her internal organs rupturing repeatedly. The flames of life burst and fade in the center of death, again and again until her weapon can no longer stand her overloaded arts and bursts aflame as well. The dragon's bones crash and collide with each other, like thousands of mouths singing their separate elegies. The flames slowly grow warmer as Eblana's figure gradually fades. Loshini's lips quiver, itching to say words of farewell. In her heart she scans every book she has read, yet is unable to recall an appropriate line. Before she dissipates, Eblana slowly cradles Loshini in an embrace. Farewell, till death do us meet again. I hope you enjoy my parting gift. Parting gift? The mourners in the square are completely oblivious to what is occurring within the flames. All they see is a fire growing taller and stronger, now covering the pedestal, the coffin, the dragon sculpture, the citadel, yet continuing to ascend. The flames distort the dragon's figure. They can no longer tell whether it is flapping its wings in flight, in a death match with some unseen foe, or crying out in anguish with its head run through. Everyone is silent, trying to identify its posture in the firelight, but all is in vain. Until Bridget cries out in surprise. The fire changed color! The fire changed color. The strong wind rising up from the ground turns the sky searing purple flames into a maelstrom, and at the bottom where the coffin lies arises a small but scorching sun. The entire deep purple vortex seems to light up, emitting a shining yellow from the bottom to the top. Everyone near the bonfire backs away. The flames suddenly bear warmth, nearly burning them. The rising heat dissipates, evaporating even the stream of sorrow. Perhaps a miracle is about to occur. This is the only thought on anyone's mind. A miracle, one I have no choice but to accept for Tara. Is this the parting gift you prepared for me, sister? Eblana is undeniably dead. She cannot answer. Loshini tries to recall their hug. Expectations met, a pinch of warmth and cold calculation. What were the proportions of each in that embrace? Or maybe all those things were inseparable to Eblana. You were right, Eblana. if this was your ultimate goal, if you insist on laying this blood-stained crown atop my head, then yes. Slan Abahal. Until death, we shan't meet again. Ooh. The flaming vortex exhales and dissipates. The red dragon, the one who led the Terrans through the long night, steps forth from the statue's center towards the entirety of Nar Sarsi. Her expression is blurred in by flame, yet her figure is as solid as the ever-present life on the land. Persistent. One step, then another. Her feet step over the coffin still burning in purple embers. There is nobody within, only the familiar flame-spewing spear of the leader. The crowd holds their breath, and the square falls silent, as if they stand outside a hospital's delivery room, or perhaps a cemetery after the last shovel of soil has been heaped onto a grave. Only dancing flames remain, without rest. I can forgive everything else you've done to me, Eblana, but not this parting gift. Never. From past to present, your name will sink into oblivion, alongside the countless names who built Tara. The only red dragon of Tara will be Loshini Dublin. I have returned. The red dragon who led you into the fight against Victoria, in the fight for independence and freedom. Loshini Dublin is back from the abyss of death. I died to quench the flames upon you all, but the rain of tears you shed for me extinguished that fire, allowing me to return from the abyss. This time, though, I will not drive you to your deaths. Our grand undertaking is complete. Never again will there be cause for countless Terrans to offer up their lives and leave us only ruins and wailing. I pray with all my heart that every Terran will be able to curb their own flame, flames that came from slavery, from oppression, from humiliation, from sorrow that never died out, not for thousands of years. I neither need nor expect you to forget. I only hope that you can do as our ancestors did, and let those flames become your lamp. A lamp that first warms yourself and then illuminates the path for us all, so we can truly laugh, sing, and live in our homeland. A bright yet gentle light. While the crowd is still mulling over her words, one of the residents suddenly cries out in pain. Ah! Why is the burn on my hand suddenly hurting? Wait, the colors of all your lamps. Even my own changed colors. These are the lights of the red dragon hopes you will carry to warm yourselves. Purple fire belongs only to the dead, yet we unwittingly let our own flames be dyed its color through overwhelming death and loss. But we mistook that fire for a blessing, and allowed ourselves to be dragged towards the abyss. If the red dragon hadn't killed herself tonight, and we hadn't managed to return her flames, we could all have been dead by now, turned into walking corpses. To extinguish the flames of death in ourselves. You said that's why she killed herself. The sense of guilt that had crept up on Nemos after the purple flames vanished leaves her unable to reply. She only nods slightly. Then she feels a sudden chill on her face. It was a drop of water. Nemos lifts her head and looks to the distant night sky. More look up as the damp raindrops pelt their faces, gently washing their tears away. It's raining. So did they go for the resurrection story? Is that how they played the dual dragons? On Samhain's eve, the rain falls heavier and heavier, but the crowd still remains in the square. They wish to thank the red dragon for returning their lives, for separating life from death. but the dragon tells everyone she will remain here until everyone returns home to rest. So the people gradually disperse, and eventually even the wakemen and refugees bid goodbye to the dragon. They worry that some of the dead who have not returned to their fire yet will gather around the ruins, although that worry is unfounded. By the time the sun rises, no longer will there be any wandering dead on the Taran soil. Amidst sobs, Nemos bids goodbye to the dragon as well. The next day, she will wake up early to collect bricks from all over town to make a new door for Coolin's workshop. The huge square empties out, leaving only a red dragon and a nomad. Where are you off to next, Bridget? Not sure there's anywhere to go, really. All I've ever done is pass on messages or report oncoming catastrophes. I think they'll replace my job, though. What are they called again? Catastrophe messengers. There have been less and less of us nomads anyhow, so I guess I'm glad someone will carry on the work at least. You should try contacting Rhodes Island. What's that? A pharmaceutical company. They're good people. You'll have to look for their headquarters. It's a land ship. I'll write them a letter tomorrow, and I was hoping you could deliver it for me. I think you'll like the place. But for tonight, you ought to rest inside the fort. We can't have you sleeping in a tent with all this rain. Let us head to the Citadel gates first. The two of them slowly make their way towards the Citadel. The downpour continues, and the fire on the sculpture is nearly extinguished. Only a faint flame of indistinct color flickers in the dragon's eye sockets. They suddenly hear a voice from behind. Stubbornness and stupidity really are hereditary, I'm telling you. How can someone forget their own bet? Is there still someone in the square? It's that invisible brother of mine. He made a bet with me. Invisible? Don't turn around, Lushini. He's a wee bit awkward, that one. Not a fan of being seen, I'm sure. Huh. Looking at the flickering flame in the dragon's eyes, Labrithach recalls a time centuries past when Aeliel was still a lad with a cracking voice, while his own beard had just started to sprout. Maegried the Exquisite was promoting everything Victorian in the royal capital, and ultimately even banned a favourite custom for Taran commoners, placing bets. That day, Labrithach had exploded in an argument with his mother, with an unprecedented level of rage. Afterwards, his mother ordered him to fast and reflect, but Aeliel sneaked into his brother's bedroom with a big piece of steak for him. The brothers blew out every light in the room and merrily gorged themselves, even licking their fingers clean. Enough stubbornness. Soon everyone in the capital will be a Victorian, Aeliel said. Labrithach stroked his still soft beard and merely shook his head. He asked, Then why not make a bet with me? Once Mother's gone, not a soul will willingly continue pretending they're Victorian. Fine, Aeliel replied. The older brother burst into laughter. What's on the table then? What'd make a good wager? Why not the crown? If you win, I'll never set foot in the palace for the rest of my life. No, I'll wager anything but that. Aeliel had refused. It was I who insisted on having it my way, half as a joke and half hungry for a gamble. I nearly put him in tears, didn't I? Yes, because Aeliel was always the type to give in. He'd definitely agree. And so in the end he said, All right, if you go, then never come back. Afterwards, I ended up leaving the palace, wandering for years as Aeliel spent that time unhappy in the capital. I heard that after losing half his men in the court, Elil was controlled by not even Victorians, but Terran nobles speaking with Victorian accents. You lost, Labrithach. No matter how homesick you are, you spent far too long on this family visit. Not to mention you're just a pathetic shadow cast by firelight. Man, you have your own road to walk. No more breaking promises. Right, just like that. Take out that purple fire from the stab wound on your chest. Oh, and now, return it to the dragon who walked the same path you did. The exiled king's face twists from pain, but nevertheless he extends his arm bit by bit towards the eye of the skeleton. Let's see, Elil. Is this your blades? Can phantoms also feel pain? Can they shed tears of anguish, or is it merely the rain dripping through him as his body fades to nothingness? He can no longer tell. Or perhaps the flame of your good descendant here. Labrithach? Shinny snaps around, but there is no sign of anyone else in the square. Only the purple fire in the red dragon's eyes. It flares up a split second before the rain extinguishes it completely.
結果に不満なのドクター。だったらいっそここを丸ごと吹き飛ばして終わりにするのは
Therefore, the crown was passed to Loshini.
残念ね。
Damn, when you actually think about it, because Eblana was introduced as a massive villain. Like a massive villain in the Victoria arc. But when you actually look at it through the lens of this story, everything she did, like even to Loshini, what she did to Loshini was all to try and prepare her for war. But Loshini ran away from it all. And Eblana had the opportunity to take her back. Was she really? What do you mean, was she really evil? No, I don't think she was. I think she was the leader in wartime that they needed. They needed someone that was rough, that was willing to do what it took, willing to take their country to war. And I don't think Loshini would have been able to do that. I think Loshini would have struggled incredibly as the Shadow of Eblana. And this Shadow of Eblana, I imagine Loshini being like part of Eblana's council. How much of a villain was she even in the main story? Didn't she light the whole place on fire? When she's first introduced, she lights oh my god, I can't think of what it's called. County Hill something? County something. Doesn't she light that whole place on fire? She's definitely introduced as an evil character. Even because you get the vision from Loshini as well, right? And Loshini's literally running away from her because she's like, oh, she's bad. She's been manipulating me and doing all this stuff. She's 100% introduced as an evil character. Oh, this is probably her arriving. This next story bit is probably her arriving at the at Rhodes Island with the best doggo. County Hillock, yeah, doesn't. So first County Hillock gets absolutely obliterated by the Originium artillery, and then she comes in and just lights everything on fire. Oh, why is it taking so long? Oh. No, LeMay, the Victorians bombarded County Hillock. Yeah, I know. But then after that, she wreaths it in flames, right? Actually, what is going on here? Hello? Neural network? Hello? Alright, I might have to restart the game, or the servers just went down. Let me Oh, connection lost. Let's see. Servers... Wait, with... Oh... Hold on. Current time UTC. Wait, no, this is way too early. No, the servers can't be down already, right? What? What? It's meant to go down at 7 UTC, but it's too... Oh, wait, what? Okay, whatever. I think the servers are down for maintenance anyway. God damn it. Okay, so we didn't quite get to the end of that story. Didn't quite. The Victorians bombarded Hillock. You are making fanfic in your head, I fear? Nah. I'm gonna look it up. Eblana CG. It was like a main story. Hold on. No, that's not what I'm after. CG gallery viewer. Maintenance for co-op. Oh, they're finally releasing co-op. Nice. It's UTC -7. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. They should have just given the time zone. What? Nah, whatever. Whatever. Maybe I just need to read. Maybe I just need to learn how to read when people do that. Okay, I might not be able to find this as easy as I thought I might be able to find. The Eblana. I swear, the first time we see Eblana, she is literally standing with an army, and there is flames going everywhere. Purple flames going everywhere. And I swear it's like Sayleech. This is from memory. I could be wrong here, but I swear it's like Sayleech and that, and the fire goes around her. And yeah, Eblana is made to look evil. 100% she's made to look evil. You can't be gaslighting me here. 100%. Oh well. Oh well. Well, I guess we'll finish that story Saturday? Because there's only one thing left. We also need to finish off those last things. The pill. Oh my god. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. You're making me determined to find this goddamn Eblana CG, but I just can't. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. CG, like episode 13, maybe? No, it's not episode 13. Episode 10? Hold on. Eblana wiki. Does it have the CGs of her in this wiki? It doesn't. God damn it, wiki, you had one job. Okay, the first time we see her is in episode 9. Okay, Eblana CG, episode 9. Arknights story reader. Actually, I might be able to see it in the story reader. If it will load. There we go. I want main story. Chapter 9. Okay, yeah, so chapter 9 is when shit goes down. You've got horn and bagpipe. Let me throw this out. Okay, so we have horn and bagpipe. I think this is right after they get artilleried. Oh my god, Outcast. Oh my god, it's this bit where she gets murked. Rip. 9-3. We'll zoom past and see if we can see the CGs. So there's Outcast and Sayleech. It's probably right near the end, actually, I reckon. Yeah, nothing there. Nope. 9-5. Not yet. There should also be the Saleach CG where she's like really injured. Oh! Oh, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, here we go. Wait, the leader? Wait. Wait, does she actually come in as the hero? There will be no one else to oppress you again, and you'll never need anyone's arm to lean on again. From this moment on, you can walk freely upon this soil by your own power. No. Wait. Oh, does she blow up the ballroom? Oh my god, does she blow up the ballroom with all the... Oh my god, that's what the story... Oh my god. That's the story, isn't it? When she... In this... Not in the story we just played. When she gives all the Dublin people the swords and gems and stuff and has them run into the fog. Is that not this moment where she lights this place on fire, this room, she blows it up, and it's got all the Dublin people in it? Wait, so this is actually... Oh, for some reason I thought it was Eblana they show first. It's actually Loshidi they show first. Oh. Oh. Okay. Wait, so when did they ever show Eblana? Because doesn't Mandragora is an enemy as well, and she ends up dying. Don't we end up finding Mandragora? Oh yeah, and she kills this chick because she dobs actually I forget exactly what she does, but yeah, she's a plant. And doesn't Saleach freak out at this? Oh my god, going back, man. Going back and remembering all this shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she walks out and they're just completely ashed. Yeah, so she kinda comes in as evil, but it's actually not Eblana. I thought it was Eblana first. I thought she sent purple flames everywhere. What am I thinking? Yeah, maybe I am going crazy. Alright, yeah, I'm kind of just... Oh! Is this it? Is this it where... Okay, this is when she walks out, right? And everything's just... awful. Right, I guess it's unclear during this story bit whether Dublin is good or not. Because it's the first time you're seeing Dublin. And stuff just got absolutely destroyed and you're just like, what the hell is going on? No, here, Purple Flame. She does appear here. Okay, so she sees purple flames. Does this bagpipe and that think they're evil? Oh yeah, we go out and rescue her. Yeah. Bro. I swear, after a few years, you start forgetting some of the, like, the smaller details in the story. I almost need to go back and, like, watch, like, this is what happened, like a brief catch-up on everything. Although it would be brief, right? So it wouldn't get into the details. Okay, well, I was wrong. Turns out I was wrong. Eblana does turn up. There is purple fire everywhere, but it's arguable whether you see them as evil or not. Because, yeah, it's the first time you're seeing Dublin. Yeah, it's a strange one. Because isn't that when Victoria starts crumbling as well? That's finally when the Sarkas start going in and taking over everything. I guess you think Victoria is the good guys, right? So you're like, oh yeah, Victoria. Oh no, evil Dublin is coming in to fight. When really... Yeah. Yeah. It's a strange one. It's a strange one. But yeah, there you go. We have that last little bit to do. Maybe we'll do it when the EX stages come out. So, actually, no, the co-op comes out, right? So maybe we'll do the co-op. We'll do the co-op Saturday? Yeah, we'll do the co-op Saturday, and before we actually do the co-op, we'll finish off the story completely. And we'll also revisit some of those stages that we didn't complete all the way. But yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Good stream, good stream. Alright, thank you for watching. Thank you for handling my cope and making up things that have happened in episode 9, where I thought Eblana came in and just burnt the whole place down. Nope, apparently that didn't happen. I think she does. We didn't actually see it when I was looking through that before. We didn't see the, where she blows up the Dublin politicians that are all having that meeting, but I'm pretty sure that happens. From my memory of that happens. And yeah, very cool. Very cool. I really liked how they told that story through a very storybook way, but it all kind of fell into place and all had meaning throughout. Very cool. Also, now Eblana gets to have fun. She suffered the horrors of war. Now she gets to chill out on Rhodes Island, and now Laushini has to go in and deal with running I don't know, how big is Tara? Running a kingdom? I guess it's that big. Yeah, now she's got to deal with all that. So, rip. But yeah, that's all for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys on the weekend. Peace.
To show me your fantasy. No past and no future. That's what I need. The groove takes it over. We'll wait and see. Even I might blank out you and me. I thought that dream could last.